looking for
I was
aliens and
trying
espers.
I was trying to find if I had
We're
like
live,
my
by the way.
initial reaction. It's
Oh.
nice. Are
We're
we
talking
like
about Haruhi.
We
not
just went
muted?
live.
Yeah,
We
we're
are-
talking
we are-
about Haruhi.
We're talking about Haruhi Suzumiya, everybody.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything weird. I was just gonna say that I was trying to find if I could find my like 13-year-old or like whatever age I was reaction to them localizing Apollo Justice's name,
Yeah.
like by going through my DeviantArt journal entries. And I could not find it, so I don't know where I initially reacted to this, if it's documented anywhere. But I did find a journal entry where I was very excited about ordering a Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged t-shirt.
Oh my god.
Man, we probably didn't even get that money.
Oh, I don't know about that. That
I
was.
still
Pay up, Karina.
no, because like
Let's
the
not
crazy
necessarily
thing is-
talk about the where the money went.
No, I'm just saying like we had no control over the shirt
No,
brand
yeah.
for like the first like
Several years.
6 or 7 years.
Oh yeah,
So,
wow,
like-
it was old as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Super
it's
special
it's just
awesome or
so funny
something.
To me,
That's the
looking
exact
back
one
and
I
being
got.
like,
Really?
wow,
Yes.
a bunch of dudes just started making shirts and making money off of you. And thank God we got control of that.
Yay!
Yay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the chatting about old memories stream. Void Adept, thank you for the vamp redeem right off the bat. And Senmaru, I think I triggered it, but thank you for the head pat. Let me just double check on that. Head pat, baby. There we go. Yes, welcome to the stream. Sorry, a bit of a chaotic start there because the timer ran out and I didn't have time to mention it. Dark Jade, hey Martin, good to see you guys. Hope the AC gets sorted out when you can. Also, did you see the trailer for Edgeworth's 2 games being collected in one collection? Certainly a great moment to finally have an official Western release of Investigations 2. Yes, very exciting stuff. Then there we go. That was a Gumshoe triggering the party horn there.
Confetti everywhere.
Really quickly, I want to thank Kenoi for following and Imminent Frost for following. But yes, those of you who don't know, our air conditioning is on the fritz. It was leaking water yesterday, so it's been turned off, and we're in the middle of a bit of a heat swell. So if you can hear sweat dripping onto the microphone or my fan in the background, I apologize for that if there's any undue drippage.
It's extra sweaty today because normally
Yeah.
it's just sweaty from how horny I am,
Yeah.
but now it's extra sweaty because
If you
I'm
hear
horny.
some extra squelching noises, just don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
The squelching is my armpits, probably. Like moving around, not anything inappropriate happening to them. Just the amount, spark brushel. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it?
And
There is
Goku.
squelching, but it's not my fault this time.
I'm Spark Brushel's pits, but not in a freaky way.
Wow.
All right.
Just a normal way.
I don't know if there is a normal way with Spark Brushel. Ankoku no Megami, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 30 months. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. We're a bit sweaty, but aside from that, we're doing pretty good. But yes, I should mention before I go anywhere else with the stream, yes, they have confirmed, they have announced on the Nintendo Direct, there's going to be a official release of the Investigations Collection, Investigations 1 and Investigations 2, which now has a proper subtitle. I'm not sure what it is.
Prosecutor's
forgot what it was.
Gambit?
Prosecutor's Gambit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Something cool.
Prosecutor's
Something actually kind of
pussy.
cool.
Yeah. Something cooler than Miles Edgeworth kind of
Yeah.
deserves, really.
Let's see
Yeah.
Gambit.
What was it originally called in the
do-
fan translation?
His Prosecutor's Path.
Ah,
Oh, yeah. They had to alliterate because of Ace
Yeah.
Ace Attorney. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they were probably just like, well, we can't use Prosecutor's Path.
I do love
They're
that,
like, "Fuck, we have to think of something else."
Verity Gavel, though. Great fucking name.
That's very good.
Great
Yes.
fucking name.
I do
But
like
what
her
the-
name. I
I
don't
can't-
like Eddie Fender at
I
all.
can't do Eddie Fender, no. And I
Yeah.
can't I don't know how to feel about Eustace. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I did not like Sebastian de Best, but at least it's not literally just the word winner. Like, Victor
Yeah.
Nikiforov is a clever name because the word
Yeah,
Victor is winner, and then
exactly.
Nikiforov is winner. Winner, winner.
Yeah.
But,
Chicken
like,
dinner.
we don't do that
Whoa.
with Eustace Winner.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like the puns won't be as good because like I feel like De Best was funnier in that regard. And then I don't know what Eustace is, other
Apparently
than
it's
just vaguely
useless.
sounding like useless.
Useless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was useless.
Yeah, I get it, but it could. There are stronger options there, I feel. But mostly Eddie Fender is the worst, because to me, when I hear the name Eddie Fender, I'm not even thinking about a defender. It sounds like a guy with a rock band that he plays in his garage.
Yeah. Oh, my baby's in love with the Eddie Fender. Why'd you have to fall for the Eddie Fender?
Like, I can only imagine someone with that name wearing like an Ed Hardy shirt.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Time
You
to
know
mod the
what,
game to give
though?
him that shirt, though.
He's creepy enough to be called Eddie, I think. I feel like Eddie is a creepy name.
Why?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
the
I
thing
mean,
to
someone
me
named
is that
Eddie.
like,
Get him, get him.
What are you gonna say, Soupy?
because people started complaining, like saying like Justine Courtney wasn't any better than that, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
also like,
Hmm.
nobody was paid to come up with Justine Courtney.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a group of unpaid volunteers who came up with all of those names and like did an amazing thing with like translating and localizing this game so that it was coherent and playable.
10
And
years ago, for
Capcom,
free.
yeah, 10 years ago for free. And Capcom took 10 years to come up with Eddie Fender. And people were paid for that.
No, let's be real. Capcom probably poked a bunch of translators like 3 months ago and was like, get this done tomorrow.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, it took 10 years, but they
Yeah.
did it in like 3 months, and they blamed I mean, I don't work for Capcom, so this is just me being grumpy and projecting on my dub experience onto localization. But I just know that like these games do not have a lot of time. They do not have the budget. And you know, I'm gonna be a little petty. Not petty. I'm gonna wail my actor cry. I'm very sad because I know for a fact there's no way I can be in this game because it's gonna be non-union. And I don't do non-union. So I'm like, fuck, my dreams.
You know, they're just gonna pull like any random people,
No,
like for the voices.
They did when they did Dual Destinies, or no, Spirit of Justice, it was done at Cup of Tea, I think. So, and that's why they do a lot of like Nintendo stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
But
what
for
I
a
would
game that
like.
has on the DS that won't have, you know, cutscenes or anything like that, like the anime cutscenes, and has
They
like
do
very
have the
minimal
voices,
voice
though.
acting, I do wonder if they'll actually like go with professional voice actors.
They did before. Like the only reason why it wasn't like a recognizable group of professionals for Great Ace Attorney is because they were British. So they went to a British company.
No, those are still really recognizable because like Van Zeeks is a Stydian.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Final Fantasy overlap too from like people who got, you know, really recognizable from that. So
Right.
they're just not as recognizable like here as like, you know, American voice actors.
I do really hope that Pro ZD comes back as Gregory, though. It would be a huge oversight not to have him come back, in my opinion.
But since we're still in the intros, really quickly, I want to say... I just want to quickly say thank you to RNGesus VTuber for the resubscription at Prime for 5 months. Ace Attorney alluded to alliteration at arrival. Impressive. That's 5 A's. No, 6 A's. Goku, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 18 months. Hello, Mr. Karibo. We've been trying to reach you about your dual discs extended warranty. Please press 1 to hear more, press 2 to challenge us to a card game, or press 3 to send us to the Shadow Realm. Thank you for the 18 months of sub, Goku, and I appreciate the dual disc tech support. Karika, thank you for gifting 2 subs to Manthony723 and Grey Fox Ninja. Grey Fox! Thank you for those 2 gift subs, Karika. And thank you for fueling that hype train as well. It's that ninja. Thank you, Karika, for the 50 bits hype train hype. Thank you for getting us to a level 2 hype train. Let me get that train going there. But it's not just me, Little Karibo, your host this Sunday. I'm also joined by my fave, my bestie. We got Marin Miller in his house. Hi, Marin.
Oh, hello, it's your bestie, Marin Miller. Here today with your game update.
Shit. I didn't do it. Hang on.
You gotta do it.
Where is it? There it is.
Okay, so I hope that timed right. We fucking went to our first convention together as a couple, and like
And-
5 years
yeah.
since literally Anime Expo 2019, where I was harassed by security.
Yay.
Woo!
So it was pretty good. What did we do? I mean, we did some panels. And that's the second convention I've gone to since changing my name and coming out as a non-binary performer, and it was in Kentucky. So I was a little scared about using the bathroom, but everything was okay. And
Yay.
yeah, and everybody was pretty nice. And I got flirted with. My goodness, I got flirted with. Like, I did not used to get flirted with very much, or at least I didn't know if I was getting flirted with. Maybe I should quantify that. But then, okay, so I was walking into the dealer's hall, right? And there was this cute guy sitting next to the door. And then he checked my badge and he was like, "All right, you're a guest going in." And then, and he complimented my outfit when I was going in. I was like, "Okay." So on the way out, I gave him a little wink. And then he was like, "Hey, hold on a second. And are you're a vendor?" And I was like, "No, I'm a guest. You know that. You checked my badge." And he was like, "Oh, yeah." And then he got distracted talking to somebody that was asking him a question. So I started walking away. And then he like shouted after me, "Hey, I'll be at the dance later." And I was like, "Oh, baby." I'm not interested in the dance, my friend, but we can't do that. Oh no. So I left him on red, as it were. But then a girl told me she had a crush on me. So I was like, all right. I don't know what's
You're
going
like,
on
okay,
with
maybe
Marin
I
M.
will
Miller.
be at the dance later.
Dancing like a little hot piece of shit, hot diggity dance. So anyway,
Dancing like a little piece of shit.
little hot piece of shit. All right.
Pieces
So
of
yeah.
shit, famously known for dancing.
But yeah, and I got to do my how to emasculate your favorite character with Marin M. Miller panel
And you
for the
pulled
first
me
time.
up on stage
Yay.
as well, and I thought I was going to be the one being emasculated in place of the characters, but I was asked for insight, and I had none.
I was
Like,
just
can you just
like,
emasculate me already?
yeah,
I
he
could
was
have done
disappointed.
that.
Yeah, you could have.
Easily.
Next time we're at a con together, we definitely need to have like a group, because like it was funny. Well, basically what I was hoping for was, people would give me characters and then I could look them up on Google and do a little read of their history and then come up with like kinks based off of their drama. And so like I forget.
There was a
forget.
Genshin Impact character that really stumped everybody.
Yeah,
Because
and I
those
was
characters
like,
are interchangeable to me, unfortunately.
oh, that's right. You did chime in with comedy
Yes,
instruction for
that
one of them.
wasn't
You were
eating.
like,
It was Leon
was, I
Kennedy
mean-
and Chris Redfield, and there's the meme about the Redfield bloodline and how he needs Leon to fuck his sister. And I was trying to reference that, and it went wrong.
he just said he holds a vial of cum up. And I was like, is he
Leon's
gonna
cum.
eat it? What's gonna happen? Like, what are you doing with this cum?
Is that his
Honestly, that's
comfort
kinda like
object?
Hannibal.
What do you mean?
Thank you for getting us to a
This
level
is
1 hype
after
train,
care.
everybody.
The hype died when we started talking about Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy's cum. But yeah, no, it was great. Because yeah, basically, I think it's fun to talk about kinky shit and like try and figure out how to identify it and talk about it more openly, because then people are less intimidated
because
to
he's
talk about it in
bisexual.
private
Thank you
when
for
they
the
should be
vamp
talking
redeem,
about
Jerry.
it. Because oh my God, there's been people that I've talked to in the kink community who are like, I want to have sex with so and so, and I'm like, okay, what sort of stuff? Like, I'll ask them questions about sexual preferences or history or whatever, and they'll be like, I'm supposed to ask these questions, and I'm like, what do you think negotiation is, baby? Like, you're supposed to know pretty
I
much
thought they
what's
just
gonna
talk to
happen.
me and then I just say okay.
Yeah, oh my God. It's like when I as a dom am like, what do you enjoy? What are you into? And then somebody says, whatever you want. I just want
Yeah.
to throw them off a cliff. And that is that is
I don't think
what
that's
I'm
how
trying-
that works.
It's like, that
No.
you might not be ready to confront, bro. You might want to be a little.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what if I want to poop on you? Like
Yeah,
we gotta clear these things first. I don't want to poop on anyone, to be clear, but what if I
it's
did?
always whatever you want up until poop's involved.
I know, and it's so not right. Talk about a bait and switch. No. Anyway, that's my gay update.
Very gay. Very update. Really
Wow.
quickly, thank you to Void Adept for cashing in your starships for a doodle-la-la-la-la-la, and thank you for bonking me and Marin, Erikios. I think we deserve it for doing that panel together.
Emasculating men.
And I want to
yes.
give a shout out to... Go on.
I was going to say, I'd emasculate women too, but nobody gave me women to emasculate. So
It's true, they didn't, did they? Really quickly, I want to give a shout out to the mods, Erikios and Lena Kira. Thank you so much for being here today. I know that I don't give you guys shout outs enough, and I want to give you a special shout out, especially Lena Kira, who hasn't been here in a while. Good to have you here. I'm sorry to shock you with the story about Leon and Chris Redfield there. All
People
right.
know what
Poop in
they're
the
getting
toilet.
into in streams.
I like Ribbon Fly's take. Poop in the toilet, in my opinion.
But from poop in the
So
toilet
true.
to soup in the boilet, here we go with some
Wow.
soupy, high soupy.
Wow.
That's
What a nightmare introduction.
Look, the
Go
segue
to
went
prison.
wrong.
go to
It's
prison.
not worse than the one I gave myself the last time.
What was it?
Something about a bowl of something moist. I don't quite
Oh.
remember.
Yeah, if it was
Alrighty.
if I'd said moist, it would have been infinitely more upsetting.
Yeah.
But you
But
have
I like
talked
how,
about
like-
how they taste.
Don't.
I also like how, like, during Marin's introductions, I will just, like, say whatever unhinged shit that I want. But then when it comes to me, I'm just like, hi, everybody.
we've got the quick rising, escalating action, and then the climax, the afterfall from the climax. That's what you're in.
Yeah.
I think we make
Yeah,
for a
exactly.
great Nickelodeon-esque group of ragtag, mischievous kids. The way we,
But I think you're right.
I'm like the protagonist who's kind of, you know, on the level, and is kind of just
The everyman.
there to keep everything glued together. And then Marin is
You're the boring everyman.
the unhinged, very tall one.
Megame.
Then we've got Soupy, who is like the sort of a little more meek,
The uwu.
the uwu, and then Karina's just vibing. We got but
I'm the mascot.
the popular spin-off character.
Martin is the Ariana Grande.
I wish. All right. We're getting a few subs in here. ELO20XX, thank you for resubscribing
Hell
at
yeah.
Tier 1 for 10 months, coming to the stream on Moist. I've been through worse. Kelfsky273, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 3 months. And Mr. Snikey, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 36 months. That's 3 years, baby. Thank you for being here for 3 years. Can't stay, but just want to show my appreciation and celebrate 3 years of being sub to you. LK, Mr. Snikey, you don't have to stick around, but thank you so much for being around for 3 years, and thank you for being so supportive. We do appreciate it. Thank you to all of you for your subs. But last but not least, as far as the hosts go, we've been without Karina for a few weeks, but she's back. We've got Karina. Hi.
Wow, 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 wow,
Wow,
wow.
wow, 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 I'm back.
I hope that your
Hi.
crops have been watered. I hope that you're recovered from your trip to the West Coast.
Yeah. Oh, that was so fun. I had so much fun in LA.
Hell yeah, we had fun
And
seeing
I
you.
immediately was so busy. Yeah.
We were
Everybody
very honored to get to sit front row for one of the Drawfee live shows, and one of my prompts was kind of picked because they had a noun, an adjective, and a character. I think that you submit, and I submitted biblically accurate, so we got a biblically accurate Chilchuck drawing on the screen.
Yes.
We did.
It was wonderful.
It was so
And
fun.
Karina identified Apollo Justice by drawing him
Yeah,
one feature at a time.
He's
Wow.
so ugly.
It's fun. I love that, like, you were like, hang on, I'm seeing it. And I'm like, wait, I'm seeing it. And like that image of Apollo, the meme of his perceive eyes.
yeah.
That's what you had drawn. You had drawn that, but with a bunny.
It was like a little baby face with very intense emotional eyes and
Yeah,
and
then
directional
bunny
limbs.
hair,
Bunny
directional arms.
Yeah, you had a bunny rabbit on his head.
hair. Like a literal one. That was great.
It was really nice to see y'all.
It
And
was
now
great
I'm
to see you.
back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give further context to what I was yapping about the second we went live.
Sure.
Which is because I like always say this, and I've referenced it multiple times on Drawfee about how before Apollo Justice was localized as Apollo Justice, the popular fan name was Just in Case.
Hmm.
And someone did tweet out like they found a bunch of like people's very initial reactions to the name Apollo Justice being like trademarked and then announced.
Yeah.
And just being like, no.
They've
I
taken
like
Justin from us.
Justin.
This is going to ruin the tour.
Oh, Justin.
What tour?
From Justin to
The
Apollo.
world tour.
This is going to ruin the law.
No.
The dark age of the
What
law.
law? You
But he
don't
doesn't
even know
what
law.
is.
Yeah.
There's just like a part of me that was like, did I just dream up people being really into the name just in case?
How did you
But
feel
It's
about it?
crazy to me that just some randos just made up that name and then we're just like, yeah, that's what it should be. And then we're legitimately surprised it was not that.
I genuinely cannot remember how I felt about it because I was like so young.
Right, of course.
And like I said, I can't find
Yeah.
if I had like written down anywhere what my initial reaction was. So there's really no way to know. But
My live
I
journal
took
has
to
been
it pretty
destroyed.
yeah, I took to it pretty quickly.
I don't know if mine's there either.
It wasn't on my DeviantArt, so either I don't know if I was posting much on court records at the time. I was only lurking live journal. So either I managed to post it on court records or it's on my long dead Zanga account. Who knows?
Wow, yeah.
Good lord.
Now,
But
was there ever an Athena fan name, or is she always Athena as far as everyone
I
knew?
don't
I think she was always
remember.
Athena because
Yeah.
I think all of that might have been announced at once, but I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I forget at what point it all started like syncing up, but there was like a significant amount of time between Apollo Justice like getting announced in Japan before it was like details about the localization came out cuz
Yeah.
for the longest time I was like already drawing fan art of the characters and using their original names. So
Deeply disturbing. Thank you for
Ryuki.
following.
Yay.
Sorry, Mary.
I said Ryuki. Isn't that
Ryuki?
his name? Ryuki Odoroki.
Oh, is that his name in Japanese?
It's
It's
Hosuke.
Hosuke Odoroki.
Hosuke. Hosuke.
Ah.
Yeah. He is
I was
not a
thinking Ryuji.
dragon.
All right.
He's a little law boy. Law boy.
Yeah,
Surprise
he's
law
the surprising
boy.
law boy.
What are you gonna do with that law boy?
Yeah, and then they were just like, Apollo Justice is such a stupid name. So on the nose.
Just in case is way better.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Much better fit for surprising law boy.
The famous surname of Case that is often
Yeah,
used,
right.
very common.
Well, the famous surname of Justice.
I mean, I
Is
feel
that
like
a
I've
thing?
seen that used at least.
Last name Justice.
Yeah, I've
Is
seen.
there?
I feel like that at the very least there are people who would use that name. That nobody's going to call themselves just in case. But somebody might be like, I'm Joe Justice. Or something like that. All
I
right.
don't know if I trust Joe Justice.
No, you shouldn't. Did you hear it? All right. So
Joe Justice.
I don't know if we have a previously on prepared in the chat. I haven't spotted one, but we are deep in the midst of the investigation section, and as if by magic, Dark Jade has provided the previously on. Last time on Dual Destinies, we talked to DePlume about the incident which took place a year ago, it being another case where an orca appeared to have attacked their trainer. Also, we did some CSI work, finding out several potential clues, and we also had a close call with Orla becoming unwell, but seems like she'll be just fine. We also learned that Sasha has a heart condition, with her last meeting with Shipley before his death being him planning to bench her for her safety. That's right. She was not going to be in the show, or something.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And the
Kind of
guy...
funny how we still have the prescription in our inventory.
Yeah, did we not show it to her?
I thought we did, but did she just not want her medications?
Or maybe we just have a copy of it. Maybe we took a
Maybe.
picture of it. But yeah, that
Phoenix is the
basically
best part.
sums it up. I know, based on the evidence that we've got. Sorry, I saw a big plume of mozzarella fur fall down from upstairs. I think she must be on the landing. We also discovered that a ladder in the Orca tank has weird fingerprints on it. They're Rhymes's, the guy who was sort of doing a lot of the maintenance work and taking care of the animals. But there's something odd about them, and I believe that if that is his left arm or it's his right arm or something, and he grabbed the thing from above as opposed to from below. Don't quite understand the relevance of it yet. And there's also a sleeping pill that we found inside the whale's stomach, I think. And
Yes.
a sign with a penguin feet prints for the Swashbuckler Spectacular. That also features everybody's favorite skull.
Yeah,
Thanos' skull right here.
the main attraction.
Skull
I forget,
rock.
Karina, have you played this case?
I did a long time ago.
Okay.
All right. The Killer Whale. That's not the non-fiction book by Norma de Plume. There's a lot of evidence that we've got that still hasn't necessarily been utilized. But all right, are we ready? Let's
so.
do it. July 21st, Shipshape Aquarium, Pubbo Danger.
Yay!
Oh, it's Pearls. And
She's in the
Rifle.
pub.
I'm getting crunk, Mr. Nick.
What are you doing here?
Rifle came in here, so I followed her.
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to deliver Rifle to him. I completely stopped caring.
Oh, rifle!
Ah, what are you doing? Stop that! Oh, it's this guy. You silly
yeah, throw.
motherfucker! What have you injured my spectacular genius brain? Dr. Crab? Are you all right? Huh? Oh, it's you people. I see you brought Rifle for me. Rifle was really laying into you. You're getting your ass kicked. Well, she hates me because she thinks I took her baby away from her. Oh, the baby. Cree, 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 cree. Gee, Rifle looks so happy. Is she actually playing with Sniper? God, stop all this cacophony!
Biological parent and the caregiver parent locked in a strugle over the child.
Which
The
one is the
dads are
biological
fighting.
parent?
I think Dr. Crab.
Dr. Krabs, the biological parent.
Do you think you can hold this silly motherfucker down for me? E-Man, did you all check out the Nintendo Direct? If so, what are your thoughts? I didn't actually watch the Direct myself. Did anybody here?
Same.
I did.
Literally, all I know about it is that Ace Attorney Investigations 2 was announced, and then like I was always late for work because of that.
Oh gosh.
I was just surprised that they announced any Ace Attorney crumbs, and
Yeah.
it was cracking me up that the image that they used to transition into the Ace Attorney one is the okay, bitch, call your lawyer.
Wait, did they use that?
They didn't use that literal
the picture.
meme.
Well, it didn't
Oh,
say
fine.
it didn't
But they
say
used the
okay,
picture.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're terminally online enough, anybody looks at that picture and goes, "Yeah, call your lawyer. I'll have sex with him."
The okay bitch was
Showed
silent.
that image, and I'm just going,
Yeah.
he's gonna have sex with my lawyer. Ah!
Jump scare. Gay jump scare.
But yes,
Oh my God, I was
we.
talking to somebody last night.
Go on.
I was talking to somebody last night about Ace Attorney, and they were like, "Are you excited about the new Ace Attorney Investigations?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, I've never played a single Ace Attorney game." And I was like, "I thought you were gay."
Just, well, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You're like, you would tell me that during Pride Month?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. You're so homophobic.
But yes,
Very
I don't know about these guys, but when Investigations Collection comes out, I would like to take a crack at them to see how they feel and, what the different visual updates are. And I might play that by myself and do all the voices
Oh, yeah,
myself.
I don't.
Like, I'm
I
gonna
don't
buy
wanna
it.
do
I'm just
one
not gonna be
again.
happy about it.
What was that?
I don't
Mary?
want to play one again. I don't want to play
Yeah.
one again.
Well, I might do
don't
it.
need to do that
I
ever
might do
again.
it just for the completionist sake of it.
I do want to play 2 though, because I am curious about the
Yeah.
differences.
All right.
This
And I
is-
want to hear Soupy do the Jigglypuff voice again.
This is gonna be me finally playing it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But then,
Hey!
like, her name isn't going to be Delicious Scones anymore. It'll just be whatever Capcom changes it to that's worse.
It'll be Fat Cake. That's what she's got.
If her name ends up being like Patty Cakes, I'm done.
Dane E. Thick.
Ace Attorney, you are dead to me.
All right. I will try.
Cree.
What are you doing? I think Rifle just threw something up. Oh, I'm getting food for Sniper out of Rifle. I pass the food from the penguin's mouth into my mouth, and then I pass the food from my mouth into the baby penguin's mouth. It's a beautiful
don't you
process.
Penguin on the floor.
Motherfuckers stock up food for their babies in their stomachs. They break it down in there so that it's easier for the baby to eat.
Wow, you sure know a lot about animals.
And motherfuckers.
I'm so glad I'm not a bird. Can I
You're,
just say that? I'm so glad I don't have to eat puke.
Yeah.
I would much rather drink breast milk.
you're trying to pick a fight with me again, aren't you, young lady?
Yeah.
If I had a choice, I would rather eat milk than puke.
Yes, I know a lot about animals. I am a licensed Pokemon trainer. Doctor?
He's a Pokemon professor.
Professor. Rifle certainly is in a bad mood, even for her. All right.
Because he stole her stethoscope too.
Is Rifle okay? Hold on. I'm checking her now with my Pokédex.
Game Boy SP.
Yeah.
Girl in the strange outfit, could you turn Rifle over on her back, please?
You're gonna have to be more specific about that.
All right. Rifle, I'm scared to turn you over, okay? Jesus.
What's this? The bottom of her feet are pink?
It's Klingon blood.
Oh no. What kind of sickness is that? We have to get her to a doctor. Are there any doctors around here?
No.
Wow, we don't have
Just
any
professors.
Star Trek. We don't have any Star Trek The Undiscovered Country fans here if nobody got that joke.
Athena, get a hold of yourself. Dr. Crab is a veterinarian. I was going to say vegetarian. Dr. Crab is a veterinarian, remember? Remember?
He doesn't
But I
eat
thought he was-
meat. It's
We
fine.
get it. We get it. You're vegetarian.
He's not going
Stop
to eat this
telling us.
penguin. So he can take care of it.
It's just something she stepped in by the looks of it. It's her stomach that's the problem. There's still something in there. Here we go.
Cree.
Looks like she swallowed something odd.
That is odd.
I know this penguin will eat
Darn.
anything, but where did she pick up something like this? Son
At
of a
shrine,
bitch.
Probably.
I'll have to talk to Marlon about her care.
Dr. Crab, maybe see what was in Rifle's stomach.
What?
Wait, I
You guys have 2 dicks?
That
oh
is
my
a-
god.
That is a recent development. There was a scene in Star Trek Discovery where a Klingon leans up against a wall to piss, and it goes in 2 different directions. Now, you could argue he might have just had some
Isn't
blockage.
that something that can just happen?
Yes.
No, they were definitely implying multiple genitalia with 2 streams, Martin. Don't take this from me! Let the Klingons have shark penises! I need them! I'm definitely fucking a Klingon now. I'm feral.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Huh? Please be quiet. I'm busy right now.
Stop talking about Klingon dicks.
Everyone, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Busy? But you're just staring at that weird machine that keeps reading out Pokemon facts to you.
I'm checking to see when Rifle ingested the foreign object and when the next Pokemon contest is happening.
He just keeps looking at that machine. He won't even glance our way.
Now I'm really curious to know more about his monitoring system. ELO20XX, thank you for bonking Marin. And we do need church, you're not wrong.
This is our
It's
church.
it's Sunday early afternoon. This is church.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's
We are
not your
visiting
mama's
God
church.
right now. We visit God and he looks down and he shakes his head and he's like, oh, they're doing it again. And then he goes somewhere else.
Could you
Like, as long as they're not
like us-
drinking.
He can smite us anytime.
could you tell us
Yeah,
about
but
the
he
monitor?
hasn't yet.
Yep.
It's because he knows that we'll enjoy it. We'll be like, harder, daddy.
An absolute coward up there.
Thank you for the hydrate command and Koku no Megami.
Yes, I'm very thirsty for Klingon dick.
And Digidrive Tamer, thank you for bonking me. Could you tell us about the monitoring system you have here? And Koku no Megami, thank you for unleashing the Proto Badger. This is how wild it gets at church. It's a collection of electronic medical records for all the creatures here. With this system and the camera footage, I can monitor the creatures 24/7. I won't tell you any more than that. It's private company business. But medical records are usually just a history of past medical exams and data. I never heard of any that could monitor 24/7. Good point, Mr. Lawyer. I can see there's no fooling you. But why would you want to fool me?
Now, why would you fool me? I'm just a little
crazy sexual
lawyer.
tension.
Oh no, he knows
little
about
baby.
Mewtwo. He's got a secret. He knows the 151st Pokemon.
What's
No,
the
I think-
consensus? What's the consensus on this doctor fella?
I think he's entertaining. I'm enjoying him.
That's not
Oh,
what
wait.
I meant.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant, are you asking would?
Yes.
I mean,
If he gives
I
me
think
this
one night
look.
stand. One night stand, maybe, but not a relationship.
I feel like one night stand, but I'd regret it for sure.
The penguin
I don't know. Like,
the penguin in his
I
hair
bet
has to
he's
wait
good with his
outside.
fingers.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
the penguin has to
penguin-
wait
Yeah,
outside.
The penguin
This-
can't
basically,
watch.
this would be like the extent that I would go to just to be able to pet a penguin.
Yeah, I think
Hoo-ha.
like there'd probably have to be some sort of ulterior motive
Hoo-ha.
involved. Like either I'm single and really desperate, or like, because here's the thing, I don't think he'd flirt. I think the topic of sex would just kind of come up, and then you'd be like, "Do you wanna?" Or he'd be like, "Do you wanna?" And then you would do it. Like I don't think he'd be very much
I'd
like
be
flirty.
like, "Do I get to pet the penguin?" And he'd be like, "Sure, I guess." And I'd be like, "Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine."
But he looks like he'd probably like know how to use his fingers.
Okay.
I don't know about mouth though. He doesn't look like a pussy eater, and that means I don't like him. So
What does a pussy eater look like?
I just think he's hot.
He's hot. He looks like
I don't know.
he looks like Spike Spiegel's older dick brother who went into the medical field.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
literally a combination of Spike Spiegel and House from House.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
sounds
like,
really
I
hot.
know he'd like be really annoying.
Yeah.
Like he'd talk too
But
much.
what man wouldn't?
That's so
That's
true.
100% true.
Yeah.
You got me
Yeah.
there.
Big Bro Nintendo, thank you for the follow. And Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. This guy has seen the original Pokemon, the first movie, but he prefers the CGI remake instead. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know he won't eat pussy
God.
because he's not
That's-
good enough.
All right.
Like, there's just something that is like below the bar with this guy, and I think it's the
Also-
pussy eating.
Very thin lips, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, okay, but thin lips can be good because then you have more control over the lips, like a bear. Okay,
Have to
you
agree
laugh,
with Gills.
but there was one time. There was one time I was watching the Les Miserables,
Les Miserables.
20th. Les Miserables. The Les
Miserables.
Miserables in concert, right? Not the one with Nick Jonas, the one before that. And the John Valjean they have in that show sings like a
The
bear.
OG.
His mouth is like the lips, the muscles in those lips. Like he literally looks like a bear when he's singing because his lips are so thin. And while we were watching this, my friend who was a few years older than me, and I was a virgin at the time, so she was like sitting there watching that, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about his mouth. It's really weird. And she was like, no, he probably eats fantastic pussy. I was like, all right, well, I don't
But
know.
I don't think that transfers to this guy is the thing.
Yeah, I don't.
I like
think
how
so.
that's a core
insane.
memory for you.
It is. It's
It
come
is
up
a core
many
memory.
times.
I was so shocked by it.
PK Luigi, thank you for cashing in your startups for a hoo-ha. And ELO20XX, thank you for bonking Soupy. And Kelowski273, thank you for the do-da-la-la-la-la-la, do-da-la redeem. Also, Yami Kisara resubscribed for 43 months in the middle of that conversation. And it's randomized, but this time it redeemed Kamen Rider Gill's screaming, which I thought was very appropriate for the conversation.
That's what he sounds like when he eats pussy.
Les Miserables, by the way, is
Screaming?
Les Miserables is
Yeah.
Les Miserables, but with Ashton Kutcher doing a prank on someone in the middle of it because he ribs them.
With ribs.
Okay. Anyway, yes, thank you. This guy's gonna be a tough nut to crack.
You're gonna crack his nuts?
I have my reasons.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I am warming up to the whole hooking up with him thing if I get to.
I
Crack
would
his
crack his nuts. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God, he's into CBT.
yeah.
Thank God.
If he talked too much.
He's into
Stop.
cognitive behavioral therapy.
Wow, good for him.
Wow.
This baby penguin is judging you guys.
No.
I said cognitive behavioral therapy.
Huh? This looks
it's
like
good for you.
this looks like the charm.
Either way, we get to make him cry either way. So
Yami Kasara has cashed in the ability to ask a Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged character a question, and they've asked Kaiba, what do you think about your Nendoroid? Now, I have to say,
Ooh.
I requested the biggest Nendoroid in existence, so I'm very confused as to the finished result. I said, this Nendoroid has to be bigger and better than all the others, but it looks, as far as I can tell, like a regular-sized Nendo. So, and also, I asked them to call it a Setoroid, because Nendo sounds like Seto, and I thought I could get my own branding involved, but it didn't work out. So I'm pretty frustrated, but you can just use that Nendoroid to pretend that it's huge. You can put it in the foreground of your photos and say, look at this huge-ass Nendo that I got. It's way cooler than the rest of them. That's it. I hope that was all right. I haven't seen his Nendo.
It looks
Hi,
pretty
Bud.
cool.
What do you think about your Funko Pop?
The Blue Eyes one is pretty good. Huh? This looks like the charm
Blue
Sasha
Eyes, my
had.
Funko Pop.
The Blue Eyes one is actually pretty good. Any of the Duel Monsters
Oh, really?
Funkos they've made are pretty good because they are essentially the right shape. There's an Exodia
Well, they
one, I
have
think.
They have to break the mold of person with two little dot eyeballs in order to make that.
Here's the Nendo.
So that's why it's good.
Oh, I appreciate they've captured my smug aura. It's really quite good. I'm going to post that in the chat so everybody... Well, you posted it in that chat, so let me put that here. Pending licensor's final approval. Make it really expensive and I'll approve of it.
Make
that's
it
pretty cute.
bigger.
All right.
His little jacket.
My little jacket. Dr. Crab, do you know anything about this charm? Charm? Hey, leave that alone. That belonged to Azura. What was Azura's charm doing in Rifle's stomach? That's odd. When Sasha was telling us about the charm earlier, this happened. Sasha said that she had Azura's charm, but that charm is still at the detention center. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't Sasha say Azura and her boyfriend had matching charms? I didn't even remember that there was a character.
Cringe.
I didn't know. Who is Azura?
That is. I don't know how much they've already said about her, so I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
Go to her profile.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
the-
yeah. Okay.
Oh, the
Yeah.
trainer, yeah.
She's the one that
Okay,
died
yeah.
last year. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but I don't know if they've said yet who the boyfriend is.
Right. So
I
this
bet it's the rapper.
So this second charm must be the one that belongs to Azura's boyfriend. Dr. Crab, is it possible this charm belongs to Azura's boyfriend? I refuse to talk about such personal details of the deceased. Subject closed.
No, if you'll excuse me, I'll be busy barfing up food into this penguin's mouth.
From in my hair.
Yeah.
All right. He sure is touchy when it comes to Azura. Charm added to the court record. But doesn't he hate the whale as well? This guy?
I think so.
Yeah, he hates the whale.
There was definitely some hostility the last time.
And that's what I'm wondering, Lena Kira.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Azura Summers. Yesterday was the anniversary of her death, wasn't it? That's right. She was killed by the Orca.
You really think Orla killed her? I don't believe it.
Sorry.
You're good.
Who can say if the Orca did it on purpose or on porpoise? But the fact remains that she killed Azura. Don't joke about it.
Sorry, hold on a sec.
Jesus Christ. The reveal of the dead body in conjunction with the Thank you for sending me to the Pungeon, Lena Kira, and E-Man, I deserve the bonk as well. I was right there, the day of her death a year ago. I saw the Orca bite Azura with my own eyes.
But is that really the whole truth of what happened?
I guess only Orla knows what really happened, both a year ago and this time. All right, so is it worth trying to break the chains?
I mean, we can try, see what we can do.
Yeah.
I feel like we're late enough in the investigation phase that
Yeah.
we might be able to.
I feel like we've pretty much covered everything else. The monitoring system.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me about the monitoring system here. You don't let up either, do you, Mr. Lawyer? They're just electronic medical records and feeds from security cameras. With these, I can monitor all of the animals 24/7. And I say that's not true. I have proof that you can't monitor the animals 24/7 with this system.
Maybe it's we have security footage, don't we?
The song.
The song.
The song.
The song is what I like.
Oh, there's thing security footage. Here we are. It starts at the aquarium's 10 a.m. opening time, so presumably.
Oh, so maybe presumably it doesn't like have any footage
Before
then, I
that,
guess.
yeah.
So, yeah.
There we go. The security camera doesn't begin recording until 10 a.m. If that's the case, how could you possibly monitor the animals 24/7? Okay, you got me. I guess that was a pretty weak explanation. You're right.
Breaking this man.
I guess I can't monitor the animals 24/7. But if I see anything unusual on the camera feeds, I can spring to action right away.
Why is he so smug about lying poorly?
You're right. That was bullshit.
He's like, oh no, you got me.
And if I can...
Oh, you've caught me, bears my neck.
Yeah.
Oh no!
If you broke one more of my locks, I don't know what I would do.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits. Here's a question to Kaiba. How does it feel to know, had Marek not pulled Shadow Game on Joey, he'd have been second place on the Battle City? I don't think about what ifs. That's not my bag, baby. Also, you gave 10 bits. That's all you're getting. If I can examine an animal, I can usually tell exactly what's going on with them. Wow, he's really confident in his abilities. But I still say you can't do that 24/7. But I'm here at the aquarium most of the time. And I can go anywhere at any time to examine an animal. Anywhere? I say that's not true either. I have proof that there's a place you can't go. I have a security card.
Nice.
The only people who have access to the Orca pool room are the owner and Sasha. And the Orca. So how can you say you monitor all of the animals? Son of a bitch. So you knew about the security card, did you? You knew about the obvious lie that was easily disprovable.
You've caught me again.
How dare you
I
know?
need to take off all my clothes.
Oh no.
Yes, tighter security was imposed on the Orca a year ago as a precaution. Due to Sasha's objections, I wasn't allowed to have a card. I'm a naughty boy. I guess she was trying to
Yes,
protect
you're gonna
Orla
have to
from him.
torture my cock and balls about it.
You're gonna have to tee my CB. So you're monitoring
Gonna
the
have
animals.
Therapy or cognitive behavior?
So you're monitoring the animals with a system that's private company business. But I have to insist you tell me about this monitoring system. I'm like really into it. Now you're trying to pick a fight with me. Bum, 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 bum. Very well. I suppose it's only fitting that the spoils go to the victor, the Nikiforov, as they say. I'll tell you about Shipshape Aquarium's Ecological Data Organization System. Sunny Witchy, thank you for the follow there. That's right, Mia had a lot of locks, Arikios. So what does that machine you were using do? It's a system of ecological data organization developed in Europe. Teehee, teehee. I call it the Torpedo. What do you think? Pretty impressive name, isn't it?
Torpedo? As in man the battle stations and all that?
No. It's the name I gave to this data organization system. Torpedo. It stands for Teleobservation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer. Quite a name. I wonder if it's super admin restricted desktop access pass protected. The Torpedo collects data through sensors placed on or near the subjects. Temperature, heartbeat, vocalizations, etc. It gathers this information 24 hours a day. All of this data is then sent to my terminal and these monitors.
Wow, this torpedo sounds amazing. Does Rifle have a sensor on her too?
Yes, she does. Where and what kind of sensor is attached depends on the animal. The penguins have theirs attached to their ID tag at the base of their flipper. The Torpedo doesn't tell me where Rifle is when she escapes, though.
Just that she's having a great time.
It's hard to attach sensors to the orca or fish, so theirs are on the tanks themselves. Places where the creatures don't normally live, like the show stage, don't have sensors. Okay, here we go. It's telling me the time Rifle swallowed the foreign object. Approximately 4 a.m. on July 20th. What an odd time. That was when Sasha was doing the cleaning.
Maybe that's why she wouldn't take my fish, because she was full from the night before. But at least Orla ate it, so that's okay.
Orla ate another animal's food? That's odd. She's never done that before. Wait, does that mean that the pill wasn't meant for Orla?
Maybe?
So maybe someone was trying to get the thing in the penguin's stomach.
Could be.
And then she had that episode too. I'd better take a look at her data. Huh? She didn't eat anything from the evening of the 19th to yesterday afternoon. So Rifle had a late night snack, but Orla went hungry, huh? It appears so. But let's see. She's been eating normally since yesterday afternoon. Come to think of it, Jack was supposed to feed Orla yesterday morning. Maybe he died before he had the chance. I'm worried about Orla's condition. I'd better remember this torpedo data. Torpedo data added to the court record. Torpedo data shows that Rifle ate around 4 a.m. on July 20th, but the Orla didn't eat anything. So wait, Rifle ate the thing. I'm confused.
When Sasha was doing the cleaning,
Right.
that is.
Right.
But then it sounds like it was later that day when
Orla
we arrived with Athena, and then she was trying to give Rifle a fish, I think, and then Orla ate it instead.
I see. I still wonder why he wouldn't tell me about the torpedo. Dr. Crab, why did you want to hide the existence of the torpedo system? Well, it's a safe system that has been approved for use in other countries. But it hasn't been legally approved in this country yet. Much like the name Just In Case, which was added a year later. That's why I always carry this terminal around with me. It's not something I want the police poking their nose into.
You mean you're breaking the law?
Breaking the law. Which is why I was keeping it a
do that.
secret. It would create a problem for the aquarium. I had Jack's permission. He felt the animals' care was more important than the legality. But we wanted to shield the rest of the staff, so we kept it a secret.
But breaking the law is breaking the law.
Breaking the law. But in some cases, lives can be saved by breaking the law. Do we simply allow the lives of our animals to be lost while we wait for the laws to change?
Now you're twisting things around.
I'd like to use this evidence during the trial tomorrow. But it may result in you and Shipshape Aquarium being brought up on charges. Well, I followed my own convictions and I have no regrets. You're only doing your job. I can't blame you for that, Mr. Lawyer. I appreciate that. What's that sound? Another penguin? That's my ringtone.
He just likes to listen to it.
He's just standing there.
Freaky penguin guy.
Gee, Dr. Crab sure likes cute things.
Maybe he wanted it to sound like Sniper? Moshi Moshi, Crab speaking. Son of a bitch! You people again! Stop harassing this aquarium, Ashton Kutcher! Orla was found not guilty. Why on earth should she be put down? Huh? Come there on the 26th and explain? Fine. Just let me write it down in my... Son of a bitch! Where did my calendar go? His calendar? Could he be talking about that calendar?
How many calendars does he have? Penguin one.
I realize that. If it comes to that, I'll use that drug to euthanize her.
Huh?
Huh?
Mr. Wright, he said euthanize her.
We'd better ask him more about this. And I should try presenting that calendar to him, too. All right, let's present the calendar. Dr. Crab, isn't this your calendar? Oh, yes, it's mine. What are you doing with it? Mr. Rhymes found it in the nap room. Oh, I must have forgotten it there when I tried to get some rest.
Why do you have to go to the nap room when he's literally got his sleeping bag on the floor there?
Why did you bring your calendar to the nap room?
He wrote down,
know.
4 a.m., take a nap. 4:30, wake.
What are you doing?
If he doesn't wake up, how is he supposed to wake up without his calendar?
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to schedule it in.
Vampiro, thank you for the zookeeper redeem.
It sure is a cute calendar. I guess you're crazy about penguins?
If he's like me, then he probably wakes up every 10 minutes and is like, is my nap ending soon?
What day is it?
Yeah.
You know, Soupy, I'm starting to think that you and this crab guy have quite a bit in common. Maybe you two should date.
Don't.
You both love penguins. You both love cute things.
I would only date him to get closer to the penguins.
That's fine. That's a valid reason. He doesn't look like he likes people.
Oh,
so it's fine. And maybe you
He
get
doesn't look
pussy
like he
ate.
likes women.
Is he meant to resemble? Is he meant to resemble an emperor penguin, by the way? Because he has the
don't
face
see it.
mask,
Think
and
so?
you mentioned the thin
Yeah.
lips. Not that emperor
do
penguins,
penguins have
Because
lips?
emperor penguins are famously known for their thin lips.
but they don't have lips,
Yeah, They
right?
had lips. Wow, let alone thin ones.
Maybe they're just
Right.
really, really
Crazy.
thin.
Penguins also
So what you're
hermit
saying
crabs,
is-
so I'm not sure about that.
Emperor penguins are the best at eating pussy.
Is that right?
Probably.
Well, because they
Yeah,
have lips.
I would think so. Yeah. Unlike most penguin species.
Jesus Christ.
Emperor penguins have lips.
Anyway.
According to Martin.
Disney and beyond, thank you for bunking Soupy. I don't know how I escaped that. Somebody
It's fine.
Somebody gave it to me, okay? Now please don't tell anybody about it. It's embarrassing. And Glacier's more butts are great. You're right.
He's the one who left it in the nappy nap room.
Azura
You
designed.
people are a mess.
They are pretty bad at this. Azura designed this calendar. This one here is a prototype. She designed a calendar for this year, and then she died before it went on sale.
Damn.
Sorry.
The
Didn't even get to
tragedy.
make any profits.
She didn't get to see her calendar dreams come to fruition.
Were you and Miss Summers romantically involved?
What?
Did you eat her pussy?
What? With these thin lips? What gave you that idea?
Well.
It's just that I sensed sadness in your heart when you talked about the calendar and your lips.
Someone died.
Of course we were romantically involved. I don't believe in romantic
Wow.
feelings.
She's asexual. I knew it.
This is what you've
Arrow
condemned me
Ace
to.
Arrow
King.
Ace.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Arrow.
It's okay. Marry him for his benefits.
Wait. He's an arrow with an afro.
Arrow afro.
Of course. He looks shaken, though. He looks shook.
He shook it.
By the way, did you meet Mr. Shipley at 7 a.m. on July 20th as scheduled? Not romantically.
If that's what you're asking.
No, was it
Only-
showing it to give him a kiss and leave?
Only sexually.
No. We were supposed to meet, but Jack didn't show up. Is that really true? Sasha finished cleaning the Orca pool room at 6 a.m. If Dr. Crab managed to get in the pool room somehow and meet with the victim, then he would have had the opportunity to kill Mr. Shipley. Calendar updated in the court record. This calendar's like a significant piece of evidence.
Yeah, we've assumed that it belongs to like 3 different people now.
Yeah. All right. Jeez, that is a crazy fucking dialogue prompt.
What are your feelings
Just
about
casual.
euthanasia?
Oh, euthanasia.
Who was that phone call
You-
from?
Euthanize anyone recently?
Son of a bitch! You heard that? Who didn't hear that?
Yes. Damn.
It
I
was
heard you were asexual
it was the center.
or aromantic.
It was the Center for Dangerous Pokemon Control calling with a demand. They said something about Team Rocket blasting off at the speed of light.
They said hand over your Pikachu. I don't know what that means.
I don't have a Pikachu. I have a
Yeah.
penguin.
They said
This is
that
a Piplup.
they said that the Orca may have been found not guilty this time, but next time.
And that they were blasting off again. I don't know.
But that if she ever attacked a human again, we would have to put her down.
Put her down, but that's horrible. Did you agree to their demand?
Did you hear the conversation or not?
I hear what I want to hear.
Animals sometimes do attack humans. And of course, humans sometimes do kill animals to protect themselves.
Yeah, not for any other reasons.
If it comes to that, yes, as a veterinarian, I'm prepared to carry out euthanization.
Using this poison. Oh, it's not sleeping pill. It's death.
Oh.
Poison,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what the third Z is.
Yeah. 2 Z's is fine. The third
Yeah.
Z kills you.
The
Oh,
final
no.
Z.
The last ever Z you'll ever see. Now, you know what?
Bless you.
In England, it would be pronounced Zed, which rhymes with dad.
Oh.
The truth come out.
Wow.
Does Juman Han is Zed?
Huh? That capsule. It has the same letters on it as the one that was in Orla's stomach. Did Dr. Crab try to kill Orla? Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Of course it's a sleeping pill. The sleep just lasts forever. Darn.
Do I sleep perchance to dream?
Please let me ask you one more question, Dr. Crab. What is it, Mr. Lawyer? You look so grave. I heard something disturbing from the writer Norma de Plume.
Oh, the center demanded that the aquarium put the killer whale down a year ago.
Put her down.
Yes. But the aquarium owner refused their demand, saying it was an accidental death. But I hardly think a persistent organization like that would just give up and go away. I'm quite sure the power of money helped convince them.
What makes you think that?
Once a month, the owner and the vet disappear from this aquarium
To kiss for a while.
to kiss and to explore their aromantic feelings.
Yeah. He
And
will
I
fuck, he
came-
just doesn't love you.
Yeah, which is totally valid. And it's fine to do it the other way too. And I came to find out that each time a large amount of money was being paid out.
Huh.
I was like, where's my money?
For doing what?
For being here.
I think Shipshape Aquarium might be keeping some kind of secret. And that it has something to do with the recent murder. I know more things. You better try and torture me. Oh no. Heaven
No.
forbid you force me to say things.
Yeah, no more
Oh.
teasing. No more teasing, buddy.
Mr. Aromantic wants to get sexual.
5
Yeah.
psyche
These are
locks.
all about his romantic feelings.
I don't have any at all.
One
Those
of
are the 5
them.
words.
One of them has Ashton Kutcher behind it. That writer. She just has to stick her nose in everyone's business. Son of a bitch. I should have dealt with it all more carefully. How am I ever going to remove all those locks? Huh? Oh, fuck.
Sorry to interrupt, but Professor Blackwell, Prosecutor Blackwell wants Dr. Crab.
Now we're learning all about their kids.
Oh my
Dr.
god,
King,
me
Professor
too.
Yep. I'm sorry, I forget what he calls him in bed and what he calls him outside of bed.
He has
It
so
doesn't
many
change the
issues.
fact that he wants him.
Yeah. He has me there watching, just in case.
Prosecutor in the streets, professor in the sheets. Detective Fulbright,
Or doctor.
You again? You couldn't possibly have any more questions for me.
Well, you see, we're having a little problem. We were going to call the animal keeper as a witness for the prosecution. But he's being very stubborn and refusing to testify. And so we thought we'd ask you to be a witness in tomorrow's trial.
Did you really now? Well, I'm not taking sides. I'll tell what I know. No more, no less.
the last Ace
Wow, he's figured
378.
out how to be a witness.
The last Ace 378. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. The Ghosts of Sparta guided by the Drifter. All right. You were playing God of War, of course you were, the Ghost of Sparta himself. All right.
That would be fine. Now, if you would please come along with me.
Well, it looks like we'll have to continue our talk at the trial tomorrow.
I don't know what secret you and this aquarium are hiding, but I'll uncover it if it'll help save Miss Buckler.
Give it your best shot then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, it looks like we'll be going up against Dr. Crab in tomorrow's trial.
You could say it's a crab battle.
Good one.
Thank you.
Okay, we better get our evidence organized for tomorrow.
Throws it all out.
Where's my knife?
I'll have Athena hold on to the evidence. I don't think I'll... Oh, I read that wrong.
I don't think I'll need her in court.
I'll have Athena hold on to the evidence I don't think I'll need in court.
Oh, you're gonna say I'll have Athena hold on to the evidence, comma. I don't think I'll need it in court.
Yeah.
All
I've
of it.
never needed this. Eltrain, thank you for bonking me. All right. Evidence has been reorganized. Thank you, Peninsus. Beep. Moshi Moshi.
Mr. Wright, I went to Hickfield Clinic. All by myself. I'm a big boy.
Apollo, use your indoor voice.
Sorry about that. Anyway, I found out a lot, so I wanted to tell you right away. It turns out that mysterious capsule is a powerful sleeping drug. Apparently, the brand name is 3 Z's.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah, it says 3 Z's right on it.
Wow, Apollo. It's red and yellow.
Uh-huh.
But one half is red with yellow letters, and the other half is yellow with red letters.
Whoa.
And they said the Shipshape Aquarium vet recently bought a large quantity from them.
The vet, Dr. Herman Crab.
3 Z's is supposed to be for people. But Dr. Crab told them it would work on other mammals like orcas and dolphins too.
So Dr. Crab's euthanization poison was actually sleeping pills? When Orla almost drowned today, was it because she'd been given sleeping pills? 3 Z's sleeping pill updated in the court record. It's a sleeping pill, not some kind of poison.
And I found out more than just about that capsule. Dr. Hickfield himself gave me some information. Shipshape Aquarium had someone on their staff named Azura Summers, right?
Yeah, the one who died a year ago.
Well, Azura Summers was getting a certain medication from Hickfield Clinic last year. The same heart medication as Sasha Buckler.
There's some privacy laws being violated here.
But I asked and I looked at them and I said, please.
Really? No, E-Man, the stream is still going. Azura Summers had the same heart condition as Sasha? Nice work, Apollo. Thank you. We'll be coming back to the office soon.
Okay, Trucy and I will be here.
Well, we'd better get back to the office and get ready for tomorrow. What are you going to do, Pearls? You're not invited.
I thought I'd stay overnight here and be with Orla and Waifu.
What do you do?
I'll be ready for a telecast during the trial tomorrow. I'm gonna kick some ass. Good luck to both of you.
Thanks, Pearly. That way, when we prove Sasha's innocent, she can see Orla right away. Very weird
Sasha's
choice.
not a killer.
I'd love to see Sasha and Orla back together again, both free and clear. But before that can happen, I have to prove Sasha's innocence.
Time to go back to trial.
To be continued. Anybody need a quick break or anything?
Yes.
I will be right back.
Sounds
BRB.
good. We're taking a short break. Thank you for stopping by the stream today, guys. As I mentioned at the top, we are currently without air conditioning. So if I seem a little bit sluggish, or if some of the voices seem a little bit strained, I'm trying to speak, first of all, over my fan, and also the heat is kind of getting to me. Digidrimer Tamer King J, thank you for the hydrate command. So, Karina,
Yes.
did you get up into anything cool while you were in the West Coast? I know you went to Disney and you met Goofy.
We met Goofy.
Hell
oh
yeah.
my god. I was like I was afraid I'd be too cynical for Disney, but I had
Sure.
a really good time.
Yeah, it's difficult not to have a good time there. Like, it does have the whole Disney thing going on, but, like, it's just a really cool theme park.
I had so much
I'm back.
fun. We got recognized by a cast member who couldn't break
Oh.
character.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was so fun.
That's amazing.
They were so nice. But yeah.
Welcome back, Marin.
Hello.
We've not been to Disney in a long time. We'll have to go back.
I think the last time I went to Disney, I think, was in Japan, and I went to Disney Sea. I don't think
Ooh.
we've gone since like 20, and I think even before that, we might have gone like, we went to Shanghai as well in 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Disney Shanghai.
Yeah.
And then that was like, it was kind of strange because like I used to be really into Disneyland. Like, I don't know if I'd call myself a Disney adult necessarily, but I used to be like, oh, I love being here. And then it
I'm
was
back.
like,
Welcome back.
welcome back. And then I
Thank
was
you.
in Disneyland Shanghai and riding this ride, and I was like, this is almost exactly like the ride in California. And I had like this really big crisis of joy where I was like, why am I experiencing the same thing in different parts of the world? This is so homogenized. And I got really depressed and I
Oh.
didn't want to go back to Disneyland.
Aw.
But I did go to Disney
Mhm.
Sea and I had a fun time.
Yay.
Have you guys seen the
Yeah.
updated, what is it? Bloody Splash Mountain, the Tiana's, what's it called now?
Oh.
Tiana's.
Is it out?
It is, yeah. They've shown footage of it.
Oh, it
Oh.
is?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tiana's
I haven't been since before then, I think. so-
Tiana's Bio Adventure. Like, they've shown footage of the whole ride. I think they were trying to get ahead of people uploading footage on YouTube, so they just posted their own full ride through POV. But it's interesting because you know that big, I don't know how many of you have been on Splash Mountain, but there's a big like build up to the massive drop. And in the Splash Mountain version, it's like, you're gonna fucking die, basically. Like, the vultures are there, like, mocking you.
Go into
To the laughing place. And yeah, it's really intimidating and really kind of tense. But in the Tiana version, the story of the ride is you're going to a party and you have to get a band for the party, so you meet different people along the way that join your band. And then the big build up to the drop is just, we're going to the party. We're gonna go to the party. Get ready
Definitely
for the
not
party.
dying.
Yeah.
We can't have kids be scared or sad.
I don't know what the motivation behind it was. I guess some people are like, well, it should have been Dr. Facilier and singing Friends on the Other Side. But the plot of the ride is post-movie, so he's not a factor.
That's bizarre.
He's gone. We got rid
The
of him.
canon wouldn't make sense. Vampiro, thank you for the 100
Yeah.
bits. Splash Mountain sucks. There, I said it. I really like Splash Mountain, but I understand.
Damn.
I understand.
Oh, here. Like, we rode a few rides. They were all very fun. I wanted to be a hater when we rode the Rise of Resistant ride, but it was so fucking cool. But kind of the peak of the day for me is that Julia wanted us all to ride the Matterhorn, and we were like, yeah. And
Oh,
she
boy.
was like, yeah, there's a cool animatronic on it. And we're like, yippee. And that's all we knew going into it. And, I had no idea what the theming of the ride was the entire time we were in line based on the theming of the line area.
Yeah.
It's just like an alpine
just a
ride.
line,
and
yeah.
they're just like, yoo-hoo, welcome to our ride. and I had no idea that the theming of the Matterhorn was a violent Yeti
Trying to
screams at
kill
you,
you.
and wants to kill you.
Yeah.
And I was like so scared in the moment.
Yeah, he's pretty scary. They did a good job
He
making
is
him.
scary,
I
yeah.
had a deeply visceral reaction to the scare Yeti.
Man,
Because I was just
do
like,
love.
what's that? Ah!
I do love the animatronics though. Like I'm sad that the Bugs Life area is gone. And it's not that I particularly liked A Bug's Life, but
a good movie.
it's tough to it's tough to be a bug show that was there, and it was like a little 3D show where they like were like, hey, bees do this, ants do this. And it had little interactive things like you get stung or you have little spiders whoosh at your feet. But they had this really big hopper animatronic that like pops out and threatens you halfway through the show, and it's
Right.
so cool. And I was like, oh man. So I liked it. And when we went to Shanghai, they had a really cool animatronic of Jack the pirate sparrow.
Oh, right, yeah.
Jack the Pirate Sparrow.
Yeah, Jack, quote unquote, the pirate sparrow.
Pirate Sparrow.
But it was cool because like the way that the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is in China, it's more like the current movies, whereas like the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride was built in the 50s, or the 70s. So this one is like more themed towards the movies. So like you are pulling up on this skeleton that's like standing at the ship's wheel, kind of like that's a very classic vignette from the original. And then like it looks like a skeleton, but then it's a projection, and they move away the projection and it turns into like this fully functional moving Jack Sparrow, and it's really fucking cool, and he looks like a person. Animatronics are so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been on or heard of the Mount Everest ride in Animal Kingdom in Florida, but if you were scared of the Yeti on the Matterhorn, they have like a full, very elaborate storyline for the Everest ride where you're just going on a tour of Everest, you're going up, you're climbing to the top of Everest, you get to the top, and suddenly the track has been like torn apart, like there's no more track, and then you fall backwards and you hear the Yeti roaring, and at one point, like, you go zooming basically through a massive cave where the Yeti is like the strobe lights, and it's reaching out for you, and it's huge.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's got red eyes. It's really cool.
Like after the fact, I wasn't scared of
Sure.
the Yeti, but in the moment,
If you're not
I was just like,
expecting-
oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
It was also made better by the fact that we had ridden Mr. Toad's Wild Ride right before
Oh, yeah.
going on the Matterhorn, and I was just
Love
like, if
that
I
one.
am back in hell again, if I have died and gone to hell again on this ride,
There's
I
a
swear to
cartoon
God.
judge yelling guilty at you.
Yeah. But yeah,
That
we
is
had
my
to
favorite
ride
ride.
we had to ride that one because it was Jacob's favorite as a kid, and he apparently rode it 11 times in a row one time.
Can't blame him. That as
Which
a kid,
is just
yeah.
a really funny thought.
I just love that whole ride. The point of that whole ride is don't be a shithead or you will die and go to hell.
Yeah, and there'll be a cool dragon there.
Yeah.
All right.
And a judge.
Yeah.
July 22nd, 9:17 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait! The ship's doctor and Azura were romantically involved, but he's aromantic.
That's right. He says he's no interest.
Well, that's my theory, but I don't actually know if it's true.
It's just a theory. A crab theory.
You're not very
I'm just
good at
writing
this,
fan
Athena.
fiction over here.
Yeah, you're spreading rumors about her coworkers. Azura would never get involved with that cod-awful ship's doctor, you fucking... You even know what aromanticism is, you fucking dumbass.
You're really foul-mouthed
During
today.
Pride Month?
During Pride Month? Yar! I do admit they were friends.
What would happen if Talk Like a Pirate Day was on Pride Month, though? Talk Like a Butt Pirate
It
Day?
never will be.
Oh.
Definitely.
So it's the same day.
There's a lot of discussion about booty.
I like that we can like Talk Like a Pirate Day is somehow like Easter, where it's not on any specific day of the year. It sort of floats around and happens when we least expect it.
Yeah.
When we least expect
Whenever.
surprise.
But would Azura send Dr. Crab videos, I wonder?
Maybe TikTok.
what?
Videos of what? TikToks.
Videos.
Have you seen this recipe?
What do you mean?
Azura used to send her boyfriend videos of herself teaching the orca tricks.
Trick talk.
I used to help Azura take the videos on
Wait,
her
hold on a
TV
sec.
phone.
What? Oh, no.
LOL.
Under protest. This is an interesting bit of information. TV phone. Updated TikTok app on TV phone.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
It looks terrible.
love-
Why?
Right.
How dare you?
Why is it
That
a
is
circle?
That is the best quality that the future has to offer for a TV phone. Is 4 screws on the corners of a screen.
Yeah.
It's not even a phone. He just taped his wristwatch to it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, mama.
They
All
just
these-
taped an Apple Watch to a flip phone.
All these squares make a circle. So TV phones can shoot videos too, huh? My dumb phone sure can't.
You don't have a phone.
He
You have a
pulls out the
Nokia.
TV remote.
These TV phones are amazing. They can even record sounds you and I can't hear.
What?
All
They're
the
just
equipment
gonna-
we-
That's just gonna be for orca sounds, right?
I assume.
All the equipment we use at Ship Shape Aquarium is high tech. The ship's doctor sends away for all kinds of electronics.
So all the high-tech stuff is Dr. Crab's doing, huh?
Anyway, I still highly doubt Azura's boyfriend was the ship's doctor.
Oh, no,
It
no,
smells fishy.
no rim shot for that, huh?
Nah.
But Dr. Crab found a charm yesterday, and he was
Yeah.
he was really shaken by it. Charm? Hey, leave that alone. That belonged to Azura. What was Azura's charm doing in Rifle's stomach? Womp womp. That charm.
Charm just. Oh,
Huh?
That's you.
That
Not
charm
me.
looked just like your keepsake of Azura.
Yeah, well, she did say her and her boyfriend had matching charms. Oh God, was the ship's doctor and Azura really a couple? I can't believe it. He told me he was aromantic when I asked him out.
I think Dr. Crab will be called as a witness today. I
Does this
should
mean he
know
doesn't
who the
like
witness
me?
is being
Yeah,
called,
then we
really.
can ask him and he can't lie.
Yeah.
There are still
Sir, did you?
there are still so many unanswered questions. But I hope to solve them all in today's trial.
I believe in you too. I know you can do it.
Sarah Sitara, thank you for the follow there. Mom,
And we will, Sasha. We promise.
Mama. You're yelling at me, Mama?
Ah, ah.
I think Mama's complaining about the heat.
Aw,
Not much we can do about it, girl. I'm
You
sorry.
must be suffering.
July
I
20th.
did shave her recently.
It's true.
Oh, that's good.
July 22nd at 9:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
We're still sharing the same pair of clippers.
Court is now in session.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sasha Buckler.
The defense is ready.
How about ya? Ready.
Unhappy pride.
Attack a gay man.
Now I'm completely
Attack a
thrown
bisexual.
off.
Very good. It appears both the prosecution and the defense are ready.
To attack the defense.
Yesterday, it was proven that the orca was not guilty and that the victim fell to his death. Prosecutor Blackwell, did your investigation of the orca pool area turn up anything?
Thank you for bonking Marin, Yankee gal.
What'd I do?
You were too late.
It did. We found a blood stain from the victim at the bottom of the pool. on this little Banjo-Kazooie motherfucker.
Oh my, what a little Banjo-Kazooie looking motherfucker. You say it has a blood stain on it?
Ika-bokum.
Just looking at it gives me the willies.
Stop touching your willy, please.
So can we assume that there was no water in the pool at the time of the incident?
Very good. What a clever little deduction. You're just a smart
thank
little
you.
boy. Yeah, you're big brain.
Oh, well, it's nice to get a compliment from the prosecution for a change.
Oh, I'm very happy to give you one, so you're just a big boy.
Prosecutor Blackwell has completely tamed the judge with his carrot and stick approach.
What are these pictures you're looking at here, Athena?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I think it's
None of your
the boss.
business.
I guess I should have brought a few carrots of my own.
Should've
It's
brought
that
my
new
own
slutty art
gay
of Miles Edgeworth.
All right, bitch. Call your lawyer.
It's the video of him running a mad marathon.
Wow, look at him go.
Right. Moving along. I have prepared a witness.
That's what he's doing in Europe. He's just doing those crufts.
Yeah, he's just doing the dog obstacle courses.
That's it. The work he does with Interpol.
Yeah.
He's an emotional support animal for Interpol agents. That's kinky.
I like that.
Buckler was the only one who entered that room when there was no water in the pool. The witness will prove that. Come to the stand, witness.
Come. Chop,
I
chop.
can't do that on command.
Look at this
We
face.
gotta work
Gotta
on
be
it.
some build up first.
Yeah. Name and occupation.
Crab and crab.
Crab and aromantic.
Yeah, they gotta start asking name, occupation, and orientation.
Romantic and sexual.
Sniper, stay in there.
I'm bi-romantic but homophobic.
And who is that cute little creature?
Oh, I'm Dr. Crab.
And the penguin as well.
Such a restless bird, quite unlike Taka,
Torah,
who only
bata.
attacks when he sees homosexuals. Keep.
Wow. Chalk one up for Taka. He shut Sniper up with a single sound.
Keep.
Son of a bitch. Dr. Herman Crab, Shipshape Aquarium's veterinarian.
Sorry, I just say that a lot.
Son of a bitch.
And could you tell us the name of your cute little friend there as well?
That's my defense attorney.
Your Honor, please focus on the case. But it's important to learn all we can about the witness.
I like how they were like, we're gonna go see Trucy and Apollo back at the office, and nothing.
We don't talk to little ones.
I miss my son wife.
Son wife.
That's a new level of emotional incest right there.
This is
I just
Sniper.
miss him a lot.
Peep, peep, peep. Peep, 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 peep.
She's the offspring of a penguin named Rifle. Sniper lives in my hair. She might cause a commotion now and then, but please try to ignore her.
I was originally going to call the animal keeper to the stand, but he refused to testify, so I settled on the veterinarian. Now, tell us, are you a romantic? Why was the defendant?
And also,
Why was the defendant in the orca pool room when the water was drained?
Witness testimony. Cleaning the orca pool room.
In the early morning hours of July 20th, Sasha was cleaning the Orca pool room.
Thought it was on the 19th, or am I imagining that?
Oh.
Or was that the
We
day
can
after?
check the calendar and see if we get any insight from that.
Also, didn't they already
got rid of it.
mistranslate?
No!
They already
destroyed evidence.
mistranslated the dates or the times. Remember, they
Right.
were just like, "Hello,
It was
it's
a different
midnight
AM.
30.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sasha and Jack Shipley, the owner, were scheduled to do the cleaning together. During cleaning, the pool water is drained. While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the orca in the show pool.
Does the autopsy report have like the day and time of death?
Good call.
Do we not
I don't
have
think
an
we
autopsy
have.
report? No!
They threw it
What
out.
was this court?
Don't need that.
Was that part of the evidence that we gave to Athena because we just didn't need it anymore?
The
my
pool
God.
water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned.
And your claim is that the victim was made to fall to his death during the cleaning?
Only Buckler and the owner had the security card necessary to enter the Orca pool room.
They had Orca
And
clearance.
we already know from the security company's record of the card usage that the defendant was in the Orca pool room during the time of cleaning. The witness's testimony and the record of security card usage are conclusive evidence. Mama. What is the problem, Mama?
So no one beside the defendant was at the scene and the water in the pool was drained.
Uh-oh, the judge already seems to be leaning toward the other side.
We have to strike fast. Your Honor, we're ready for a cross-examination now. Oh, yes, of course. Please proceed then.
The power of youth comes in handy at times like these.
What are you talking about?
The power of youth.
You are in your early 30s.
Is that right? At this point, he's still in his 30s?
Isn't he? I forget if he's like
34 or
32 or
35.
34.
I guess we don't know.
There's
We
no
don't
way to
know his
know.
profile,
We
huh?
didn't need that profile. We threw it out.
I want to say he's 34, but I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I want to say he's 34, but sometimes I feel like
The power of
He's
youth.
just like me for real.
In the early morning hours of July 20th. So let me check my evidence here to see if there's anything about July.
Are we fucking stupid?
Let's see.
It says July 20th, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess that was the autopsy report for some reason.
Yeah, it's all combined into Shipley's data. Okay. 4 a.m. on July 20th, but the Orla didn't eat anything.
Okay,
Okay, so yeah,
we
20th.
probably want to be pressing anyway.
Yeah.
Why is the cleaning done so early in the morning? Essentially the middle of the night. Our aquarium is open every day of the year without break. So of course the cleaning has to be done at night when there are no visitors.
Oh, no days off. Is that it? I can relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess prisoners don't get to take days off.
Gotta serve my sentence every day consecutively.
He keeps putting in requests for time off, but he don't get granted.
Things sure are different around our office, huh, boss?
You don't have to rub it in quite so enthusiastically.
Super Mutant 2099, thank you for the follow there.
So, was the defendant cleaning alone?
No.
Sasha and Jack Shipley, the owner, were scheduled to do the cleaning together.
But Miss Buckler said that Mr. Shipley never showed up to help with the cleaning. I don't know anything about that. All I know is what was on the schedule. Maybe they changed plans. They probably felt awkward with each other after their fight. In any case, there's no proof the victim entered the orca pool during cleaning.
Objection!
If you don't stop your yammering, I will pull your tongue out and barbecue it. Koreanly.
Yeah. Do you have to be so violent?
Throw it on a barbecue. Proof or none, the victim must have entered the panel room during cleaning.
The panel room?
Pool room.
I'd
He
love
was
to do a
giving a
panel in a
panel.
pool.
That would be nice. Witness telling why. Ooh, I forgot we have a pool.
Jack must have...
Oh, you guys should go swimming.
It's apparently not
Yeah.
very clean right now. That, do you remember the last
Well,
HOA
I mean,
meeting?
that was that fucking lady also claimed that people in the complex were targeting her. So
Jack
I
must
don't know
have...
how much to
Maybe
believe
she's
her.
just telling people that the pool is dirty so that she can have it to herself. So you guys
She
should
also-
go rectify that situation.
She also was going on about how our place looks like low-income housing and how Karen Bass
my
was going to
God.
throw in a homeless shelter next door without any sort of like hoops to jump through. And she also bemoaned the fact that the Second Amendment was being taken away by liberals when a homeless person was sleeping in front of our building and wouldn't move. So I'm like, you have problems that you can deal with alone.
How did she feel about orca
I'm going
whales?
to the pool.
Yeah.
I don't think she knows anything about orca whales, to be
Ah.
honest. She's probably pro yacht.
I was trying to pin this on her.
Jack
It
must
could
have
be her.
entered the orca pool room. The reason I think so is because of the next statement.
Don't you mean to say that the record shows both of their cards being used?
No, only Sasha's. But they must have gone in together. Jack's body was found in that room, so that's the only logical explanation.
We talked about this just yesterday. What purpose does that brain of yours serve?
You're even more bird-brained than Spiro.
Witness, I will not allow birds to be belittled in my presence.
Thank you, Harry Lama, for resubscribing at tier 3 for 25 months in a row. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Harry.
Limit your disparaging comments to the defense alone.
Oh, shit.
So I get disparaged either way. Great. Nobody ever parages me. They just disparage.
He wants to be ravaged.
Bad lover, huh? I guess we're not destined to become best friends.
That is fine. All I need is for you to talk about the state of the scene during cleaning. I don't need to be your bestie.
All right, bestie.
No!
Oh, I
They're
don't know.
worsties.
I think the two of them were made for each other.
Whoa.
That's gay.
What's this about water draining?
So the cleaning is done with the pool drained of water? That's right. They use the hoist there to lower themselves to the bottom of the pool. They can do regular cleaning with water in the pool, but this was an intensive session. I never clean my own lab, however, ladies. Don't you think it might be due then? I guess I can't talk though, ladies.
Wow.
When's the last time you cleaned your lab?
We're
Phoenix Ray?
stinky
Yeah, when's
boys.
the last time you cleaned your own toilet?
We're filthy.
Thank you for bonking me, ELO20XX.
Well, Sasha and Marlon come in and clean it for me on occasion. But I'm too busy myself. I have animals to look after. Like this one, for example.
Such an adorable little creature. It lends cheer to this bleak courtroom.
Your reaction to Taka was very different, as I recall.
Well, your bird is a homophobe. Oh,
deny
Taka's
that.
a fine bird too, of course. Please continue, Dr. Crab. Quickly now.
As I was saying, Sasha was cleaning the orca pool room.
While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the orca.
So Orla was moved all the way over to the show pool? Why is that? Well, it wouldn't do to get her covered in cleanser, would it? Of course she was moved. You don't take a bath while you're cleaning the tub, do you?
Shut up.
Excellent point. I usually clean the tub after I take a bath myself.
Phoenix would, though.
I would. Hey, Blackwell, how would you do it?
I was assigned to clean the shower stalls yesterday. They were cleaner than an Edo bathhouse by the time I was done. You know all about that.
I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is the fastidious type.
I polished it so well, I bet the inmates are slipping and sliding all over right about now.
You just put a slip and slide in there.
Whee!
He cleaned it with olive oil.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits, Judge. The penguin isn't attacking defense every now and then. Maybe he's not so much the fastidious type as the Ashton Kutcher type.
Somehow I don't think that's it either.
You think? you don't think that that's the... Anyway,
Somehow.
cleaning the orca pool is just like cleaning the tub. All right.
Gotta make sure the orca's not there first.
The pool water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned. There's no possibility it would be drained at any other time other than during cleaning? None. Ugh. Shut down with a single word. Why are you so certain?
It's
Think
because
about
he's
it.
bisexual.
Thank you, Marin, for the vamp redeem. It's because he's aromantic.
Ah.
If the pool water were drained, what would happen to the orca?
The poor thing.
Whose side are you on, Athena? Exactamento, young lady. Without water, Orla would be all right for a short period of time. But anything longer than that would pose serious risks. She could even die.
So the fact that Orla is alive and well is proof the water wasn't drained on her?
That's right. The orca pool and the show stage pool are next door to each other. A hoist runs between the two to move the orca and equipment back and forth. When intensive cleaning is done, the orca is moved to the show stage pool first. So the water is only drained while the pool is being cleaned.
Please add that information to your testimony.
Fine. If there were no water in the pool, the orca could die.
All right. Something
But
with...
it has like the two sections.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He's making shit up.
Objection. Making shit up,
It's
Your
just
Honor.
bullshit.
If the water in the pool is drained, you say the orca could die?
But is that necessarily
Is that what
true?
you said? The orca would die.
Did you say that? What are you talking about?
There is a way to let the water out without harming the orca, isn't there? Your Honor, please allow me to submit this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Oh, this is. Are those the Chaos Emeralds?
As you can
No,
see,
focus.
there is no water around the Skull Rock area.
I am focused on the Chaos Emeralds.
With the pool in this state, the victim could have been made to fall to his death. Unless he used the power of the Chaos Emeralds to turn into Super Killer. However, there is water on the other side of the partition. And Orla looks just fine. Although kind of pissed off.
Son of a bitch.
In other words, if the partition is set up at the bottom of the pool, the water can be drained without doing Orla any harm.
Are you implying the water could have been drained at a time other than during cleaning?
Yes, there is that possibility.
Dr. Crab is shaking. Looks like he has something to hide.
I've got a tiny penguin
Could
biting
it
on
be
my
that he's
scalp.
also asexual? Could it have something to do with a calendar note about meeting with the victim?
It
About
might.
being asexual?
I'll submit it to the judge. Your Honor, please take a look at this calendar.
Ah, you waved that around in court yesterday. No need to drag out your souvenir today. I already
Actually,
got one of my own.
I would like you to make note of the entry for the day of the incident, not the one about him being asexual.
It's like meet
me
up
stay
with
here.
so and so. Also, I'm asexual.
9 a.m., still asexual.
10 a.m. Things looking real dicey. 11 a.m. Nope, still asexual.
Still got it.
Did you say this?
Yes.
All right.
Meet the captain at the orca pool at 7 a.m. This note is about a meeting planned with the victim.
What?
The
I have a
defense.
line?
The defense would like to argue that at the time of that meeting, the pool may have been drained of its water.
Whose calendar is that?
Some asexual guy.
But aren't you the ace attorney?
And now,
Not that kind of ace.
it belongs to Dr.
Let's not talk about that right now.
It belongs to
relevant.
Dr. Herman Crab. Isn't that right, Dr. Crab? Son of a bitch. So you suspect me, do you?
What is the meaning of this calendar entry, Dr. Crab? Explain yourself.
Fine. I was supposed to meet Jack at the orca pool at that time. But I ended up not going. I was too asexual. So you're saying you simply broke your promise? You can't get out of it that easily.
I just wasn't feeling it that day, you know?
You promised. I believe you have some explaining to do. I think I just explained it, but okay.
Very well.
Your blade is sharper than I thought, right, Dono? But your cut was shallow, a mere surface scratch. There's a saying amongst prisoners.
Right now it's we're slipping and sliding.
Do not see, hear, nor speak to smooth-talking lawyers or smooth-surfaced floors that are covered in oil. And the lawyers should not be covered in oil either.
Why not?
Well, I guess
It could be.
But if you think the witness is suspicious, show your proof.
I do think the witness is suspicious.
The witness is suspicious.
The calendar alone isn't good enough, huh? Is my calendar not good enough for you, Blackwell? I have to prove the victim could have fallen to his death at that 7 a.m. meeting time.
Imagine meeting someone at 7 a.m.
Oh my
No.
god, fuck that.
Couldn't
That
be me.
alone is enough for me to
Yeah.
want to murder them.
Yeah.
I would just fake my death.
I had to be, I say I had to, but no, I was on a Sonic podcast yesterday morning, and it was like, I had to start at 9 o'clock in the morning.
You had to.
9 o'clock!
That's
I
fucked
had
up.
to.
Hey,
Well, if I wanted
You
to
should
go
be-
to the,
Those are snug in a bug and rug hours.
you are so right,
know?
sis. Uh-huh.
I have had to record some podcasts that are hosted by people back in England that start at like 6 in the morning.
Oh, golly.
It can be something.
Let's put our heads together, boss. The victim could have fallen during cleaning when the pool was completely drained. Or using the partition, it could have been at 7 a.m. with the water partially drained. What would the major difference in circumstance be between these two possibilities?
What circumstance was different? The answer could really tell us something. Sorry.
Responding to a message.
Okay.
What circumstance was different between the two possibilities of cleaning and 7 a.m.?
I think that the orca was there.
Because it was
Because were we also kind of establishing the last time that the murder might have happened in the other
the
pool?
showroom, yeah.
Yeah.
JJ, the Ace VTuber, thank you for the hydrate command. It's JJ style. So the orca's
Wait,
location.
JJ the Ace VTuber, he's probably friends with this asexual doctor.
You
A
had,
romantic doctor.
you had to digest that fact.
I did. That was the epiphany.
Thank you, JJ. DigiDrive, thank you for the cashing in your star chips for a doodle la 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 la. Oh, that one was difficult. Doodle la la la. If the murder occurred, the rural juror, if the murder occurred at a time other than during cleaning, the orca must have been there.
Oh, you're right. And that would mean that Orla witnessed the murder.
We need that Black Mirror technology that scans the brains of the animals.
Yeah, or use Danny DeVito on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
What's this? You're sheathing your sword so soon?
You're shitting your sword
You're
already?
shedding your
Already?
sword.
Look, my zipper was down, okay?
You shouldn't put that up your butt. Stop yammering to each other and show me how you wield your sword. Poop it out.
Helicopter dick.
Stop talking
Hey.
without me.
All right, then. My sword is poised and ready.
Stop.
If the murder was committed at a time other than during cleaning time,
God, I wish a man told me his sword was poised and ready.
then Orla must have been present at the scene. If I can prove that the murder happened right in front of Orla, then I can prove that Miss Buckler is not guilty.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright! Are you implying that the orca was a witness to the crime?
That is exactly what I'm implying.
And
And
how do you improve? How do you tend to improve the orca witnessed the murder?
How do I improve the orca?
How do you intend to prove it? What are you gonna do? Put the orca on the stand and cross-examine her?
Don't threaten
Not
me
like
with a
you've done
good
that
time.
before.
I think you'll find it's quite based. This is a critical point. I'd better think about it carefully.
Yes.
Ooh, I better not say something stupid.
The defense will.
Cross-examine Orla.
We have to cross-examine Orla, surely. If I asked Orla if she witnessed the murder, I'm sure she would tell me everything.
I am friend to whales. Really? How interesting. And how do you propose to communicate with the orca?
I've seen Finding
Danny
Nemo.
DeVito. Finding Danny DeVito.
Finding DeVito. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. Phoenix, bitch, I once cross-examined a parrot. You think I won't? Well,
He's gonna do it.
I'd have
he's
to.
gonna fucking do it.
I'm gonna have to fucking think about doing it.
Unlike some birds,
Oh.
an orca is incapable of human speech.
Okay, that's funny.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
How do you remember this?
No, I'm afraid I cannot allow you to cross-examine a creature that cannot speak.
But it's intelligent.
Unless the defense has some other way of communicating with the orca.
Emotionally. No, I'm afraid I don't, Your Honor. I guess that was a silly idea.
Oh, I guess it
But
was
I'm an
just a little
empath.
too silly
I
for
guess-
this court.
I was a little too stupid.
I had to give you a silly little penalty, Mr. White.
I bet if Edgeworth said this, they'd be like, oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, let's bring the whale out.
Yeah, probably.
I want to see what he can do. I think he's got this. I trust.
No, they'd be like, like, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have a way of communicating with the orca? And he will be like, all in due time. He has no plan.
Please let me try again, Your Honor. He just has Gumshoe behind the whale tank doing the voice.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course, pal. I think we actually have to present evidence.
The defense will present evidence that will prove Orla witnessed the murder.
You're going to present evidence? In my court?
No.
I'm serving evidence.
Knowing the defense, I thought surely you would try to cross-examine the orca.
Well,
We
Wait,
already suggested
hang
it.
on. He's
I must say, I'm a little disappointed.
short-term memory here.
memory hold that one.
He can remember we talked to a parrot, but he can't remember we literally just asked him to talk to a whale.
Am I gaslight gatekeeping girl bossing enough?
Anyway, it's giving evidence.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. Hey Martin, I got some good news and bad news. Good news is they're making an updated Bandit Keith deck with new metal cards. Bad news, it's not a TCG exclusive, so the cards won't be made in America. That is bad news. Geez, sorry to get your hopes up, Your Honor.
Very well. Let's see this evidence then. What evidence shows that the murder took place right in front of the orca? Well, we found blood on the orca, didn't we?
Right. The bloodstains detected with luminol are sketched in, so I guess we just use this.
I think so, because we have the... It just straight up shows where the luminol was.
Yeah.
So.
This photo indicates where we discovered luminol reactions yesterday. By accident, we got some of the luminol testing fluid on Orla. We were then very surprised to see luminol reactions on Orla's body.
Objection.
So what of it? There's nothing odd about that. As was discussed in yesterday's trial, the orca was bleeding. Traces of the orca's blood were also found on the skull rock. The orca must have injured herself when she rammed the rock.
So that cloud of blood Mr. Plume saw was from Orla headbutting the skull rock, was it? Skull rock updated in the court record.
Those luminol reactions you saw on the orca are most likely from her headbutting.
Objection.
But what's odd is the position of those bloodstains. Please take a good look at the photograph. Yesterday, Mr. Plume said the blood disappeared when Orla put on the hat. That testimony indicated that Orla's injuries were under the hat area. However, these luminol reactions are in two entirely separate areas from her injuries. These bloodstains can't be Orla's own blood from when she was headbutting.
Then where did the blood come from?
It's my firm belief that it's the victim's blood. The victim was killed right in front of Orla. And the victim's blood splattered onto Orla's body.
Ah!
Still pointing at you. Now it finally all makes sense. Orla was a witness to the murder, so that's why.
Orla? Boss, something's wrong with Orla.
What? You're right. She's listless, and she's sinking. There's one more fact that indicates Orla was a witness to the murder.
There's more?
The culprit was afraid Orla could somehow reveal what she witnessed. And that's why they did what they did. It's the only thing that makes sense. I have to present
that evidence. That evidence that proves the culprit thought Orla was a dangerous witness.
The
Pills.
sleeping pills, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 Z's.
Trying to get rid of some witnesses.
Shit, okay. The defense would like to submit this evidence.
What's this? Looks like some sort of medicine.
It's a sleeping drug, Your Honor. A very powerful one. Don't take it out of your mouth, Your Honor, please.
You can't stop me!
This sleeping drug was discovered in Orla's stomach yesterday. The culprit tried to drown Orla by putting her into a deep sleep. Thank you, Void Adept, for cashing in your star chips for a
drown the
la 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 la. Sorry, Soupy.
All good. Tried to drown the orca, but why?
Right, Dono. Are you trying to tell this court that the perpetrator tried to kill the orca off to prevent a witness from talking? Do you really expect to defeat me with that feeble attack?
My sword has been drawn. I'm not about to sheathe my evidence now. Orcas have an enormous potential for intelligence.
Because he's bisexual.
The possibility that Orla could somehow manage to reveal the truth can't be denied. Thank you, Papa Boris, for the vamp redeem. The culprit believed in this possibility, and that's why they tried to kill her. Dr. Herman Crab, you purchased this sleeping drug, didn't you? Thank you, Sojourner, for the bonking me redeem. Ugh.
What? Does this mean the veterinarian tried to do away with the orca?
And Ankoku no Megami, thank you for unleashing the Proto Badger and doing a hydrate command there. Ah. Who but a veterinarian would better know how to disguise an orca's death? He could even prevent the police from examining Orla's body. Doctors just have that power.
You could have just said no.
Why, you... Are you actually accusing me of trying to murder the orca? I'll kill you for saying that, and any orcas you know. How dare you slander the noble profession of veterinarian?
Of the vegetarian.
Yeah.
My goodness. One could cut the tension in this courtroom with a knife.
Yes, I admit to purchasing that sleeping drug. However, it was subsequently stolen from my lab.
That's such a flimsy excuse.
It's the truth. What else can I say? Any one of the crew members could have entered my lab. I guess that weakens my evidence quite a bit. That sheathes my sword a little. Besides, think about it for a minute, like I just did apparently. Who was it that treated Orla after she swallowed the drug? It was I. Crab. But as I recall, it took you quite a while to give that treatment. You didn't even come on your own. We had to go get you. Son of a bitch. You just remember all sorts of details, don't you, Mr. Lawyer?
The orca pool and the lab are far apart. It's little wonder he didn't know the orca's condition.
Objection!
Didn't know? That's highly doubtful. As far apart as they were, Dr. Crab still had a way to know all about Orla's condition. The defense would like to submit evidence that the witness knew about Orla's condition. The
This
monitoring...
Game Boy Advance
Game Boy.
SP.
Yeah, torpedo. The torpedo. Yeah! You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
He's said he would.
How dare you? With this advanced data system, surely you would have known Orla's condition.
Objection.
Wait just 1 minute. What is this torpedo?
Dr. Crab, how dare you bring a weapon of mass destruction into my courtroom?
The Torpedo, or Tele-Observation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer, is a data system. Until yesterday, only Dr. Crab and Mr. Shipley knew about the Torpedo. It isn't legally approved in this country, so it was kept secret from the police.
It's illegal? Dr. Crab, I just demand an explanation.
Ugh. Son of a bitch. You and your big sword, Mr. Lawyer. Yes, it's true. I'm using an illegal system to monitor the creatures at the aquarium. What are you gonna do, arrest me? The system uses sensors like these, and yes, there's one in the orca pool too. These sensors send sound waves through the water to gather data on the creatures. If it finds abnormalities in their condition, the torpedo alerts me with a sound.
Oh my goodness, how very high-tech and illegal. But if it's illegal, I will not turn a blind eye. This matter will be appropriately dealt with at a separate time. Now then, Mr. Wright, please continue.
With the torpedo, I'm sure Dr. Crab noticed the danger Orla was in. But he made no attempt to come to her aid on his own. And the reason for that is that Dr. Crab wanted Orla dead. Son of... the torpedo didn't give me a warning message. That's why I didn't know there was anything wrong with Orla. The sensor in the orca pool wasn't working during the police investigation.
Objection.
Oh, no. Can you prove that statement?
Objection.
LOL.
It sounded like you just sunk into the void for a second.
LOL. Rafflecopter.
Lots of QQQ going on.
www.
Oh, is it W?
You know the Gen Zs make fun of us for Rafflecopter these days?
The Japanese do?
No, the Gen Z.
No,
What did you
it's the
say?
Gen Zs.
Oh, Gen Z.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's such a like millennial meme.
It's so cringe.
It
All of
was
them
pretty
are cringe.
cringe.
Roller skates, rafflecopters.
It's true, but just wait, give it another 15 years and all of Gen Z's memes are going to be cringe too. In fact, a lot of them are already cringe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Skibbity. They're skibbity.
What's with him?
I guess this is also high tech for Prosecutor Blackwell that it's making him a little funny.
It's actually just 'cause it's so cringe.
I don't know what a computer is. Funny. Yes, I find this all very funny. I'm Gen X. Witness those sensors send sound waves through the water, correct? But what if there isn't any water?
He's blowing my
What
mind.
if there isn't any water?
Then they wouldn't work. They would automatically switch off. It's almost like it's a system that's easily foiled.
Oh, I see. And where is the sensor in the
Oh.
orca pool located?
It's not close enough to the part with the water in when it's drained like that. I don't know. I don't care. Jack is the one who attached it for me.
Gen Z.
Who's Gen Z?
Because I asked him to, because he was my
Blackwell.
boyfriend.
Oh, Blackwell is Gen Z.
Yeah, I think he would be Gen Z.
Sea Lord
Blackwell is
Poseidon.
Gen Z.
Sea Lord Poseidon, thank you for cashing in your startups for a doodle-la-la-la-la-la, doodle-la. Jack is the one who attached it for me. Drinking some water.
You don't know? Then I will tell you.
The police found a sensor just like the one you showed us.
They found it attached to the table at the bottom of the pool.
I wish they didn't censor this game.
Mark.
I'm sorry.
No.
Table? Do you mean the table in this photograph?
That's right. Don't you get it yet, right, Dodo?
We got a Maya He happening. Thank you, Fluttershy friend, for the Maya He, Maya Who.
The table is on the Skull Rock side of the partition. It's affixed to the bottom of the pool and can't be moved.
Oh, and so if the water was drained from the Skull Rock side of the pool,
Precisely. Without water, the torpedo sensor would not work. Witness, when did that sensor automatically switch off?
Hang on. I'll look it up. The only times lately were during cleaning 2 days ago and the investigation yesterday. Of course, I knew the pool would be drained while they cleaned it. But I had no idea they drained it for the investigation. No one let me know. That's why I didn't know about Orla's condition yesterday.
So Dr. Crab really did want to save Orla.
LOL. Did you hear that right, Dono?
I did hear it.
Yes, the water can be drained without harm to the orca if the partition is used. But if the water is drained from the Skull Rock side, the sensor turns itself off. If the sensor was always on, except for during the cleaning and the investigation, it means there must have been water in the pool at all other times. It was never drained. In other words, no one but the defendant could have committed the crime.
Ah!
But it's gotta talk about it.
order! Order in the court! This completely shatters the defense's argument.
But
Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. Just putting it out there since you already called him Dio. Dio literally burned Jojo's dog Danny alive in a compost furnace out of petty spite. So this guy, Dio, who is killing a whale for some reason, seems apt. He's not actually doing it, though.
the fact
No
still
furnace is big enough.
the fact still remains that Orla was nearly killed with Dr. Crab's sleeping drug.
Objection.
He who drugged it
Oh,
snugged it.
what?
I don't know.
Aren't you forgetting one important question? Where was the sleeping drug given to the orca?
Sounds like the sleeping drug was given to all of us.
You're right. That
We are the disease.
that hasn't been discussed yet, has it?
The orca pool is the scene of the murder. The police were there all day yesterday. The only way to get the drug to the orca undetected is to put it on her food. Yesterday, someone gave the orca food during the trial.
Someone did? I'm afraid I don't remember that.
I don't remember a lot of things, man.
You don't remember? You're not that old yet, are you?
Oh, I am that old.
It was the defendant, Sasha Buckler.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
The black and white
Wait.
footage of this fucking whale.
Right.
On
A
a
little
TV
mustache.
screen.
Very serious.
Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on.
Orla, wish Phoenix and Atina luck. Sweet.
Oh, she did feed it.
So your argument is that Miss Buckler is the one who gave the orca the drug?
The prosecution's argument hasn't changed. Buckler made the victim fall to his death and then manipulated the orca to pin it on her. Still not satisfied, she further planned to kill the orca with the sleeping drug.
Huh. I didn't hear any reports of Dr. Crab feeding Orla. Maybe he didn't have a hand in Orla's attempted murder after all. But is there anybody else who could have fed Orla besides Sasha?
If it's true that the defendant is the one who fed the sleeping drug to the orca, then that places even more suspicion on her than ever.
Objection!
The defense objects to the prosecution's claims.
Well. You still haven't admitted defeat.
Prosecutor Blackwell, I don't appreciate the way you only mention the parts that are convenient for you.
Okay.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
I don't know. The prosecutor failed to mention...
Your Honor.
The prosecutor failed to mention that Miss Buckler wasn't the only one who fed Orla. As you will all recall, there was another person who gave Orla food.
Oh, you mean that person?
Yes, Korewa person. Looks like Athena remembers now too. Congrats, Sasha!
Wait.
This is to celebrate. Eat it all up.
Threw a bunch of fish
Wait.
at.
Yeah,
Most of them didn't even go in her mouth.
I know. He just put a sleeping pill in all of them just in case.
Ah!
Oh, Mr. Wright, no.
I don't want to believe it either, but we can't ignore the truth. The other person who fed Orla during the trial was... Marlon Rhymes?
I believe
I think so.
Take that!
Nobody else it could be. Please recall when Orla was found not guilty yesterday. Marlon Rhymes gave the orca a large quantity of food. Thanks for lurking, Nate Gaming. If the sleeping drug was mixed in with that food, it could be given to the orca without arousing police suspicion.
And now that you mention it, I do remember that flip-flopper feeding the orca.
What'd you call him?
Don't worry about it.
And he...
Doesn't feel right.
So you remembered, did you? I see the time for a true sword fight has come. I call Marlon Rhymes to the stand.
Son of a bitch, Mr. Lawyer. Both Miss Orca Lover and Marlon Rhymes are important members of our crew. I don't want to suspect either of them, but I'm ready to accept whatever truth you find. Here, take this. Ah, that charm.
It's the charm that matches the one Azura Summers had, isn't it? So you and Miss Summers were romantically involved, weren't you, Dr. Crab?
What?
This is all adding up in my fanfiction.
No, of course not. Sorry to disappoint you, but this doesn't belong to me. At the time, I thought it was Azura's, so I grabbed it. But it wasn't hers. Now it's up to you, Mr. Lawyer, to figure out whose charm it is. I will. Thank you, Dr. Crab. The wisest man I've ever met. After all, I'm interested in the outcome of this trial, too. But not in members of the opposite gender, or members of the same gender. Cherry Berry, thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it. We love Cherry Berry in this house. Was that enthusiasm or was that a yawn?
Yawn.
Yes.
Ah, yippee.
No enthusiasm. Fantastic.
Welcome, Tiny Dragon Raiders. We do appreciate you stopping by. We are currently about 2.5 hours into an Ace Attorney Dual Destiny stream where we're playing the DLC case Turnabout Reclaimed, I believe it's called. I hope you guys had fun.
Something like that.
Hope you guys had fun with Cherry Berry's stream. Good to have you here, Cherry.
Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand.
How are we feeling, guys?
I'm pretty sleepy.
Well, I think we're just about to start a new
Yeah,
testimony, so we might want to end here.
That's what I was thinking. I hate to do it right after Cherry raided, but I noticed that we'd been going 2.5 hours, and then
Yeah, such is life.
such is life. Such is streaming. Sorry, Cherry, but we might have to. What is it? Pass the baton over to another streamer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've come to a point. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You guys will get double the star chips though for rating. So
Is that how that works?
Hey yo.
yeah, you get star chips every time you rate a new person.
We will pass
Oh.
your space cadets on to someone neat, Cherry. Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. It's been fun. Love you all. Take care. Have a great night. See you all next time. Bye. Yes, indeed. We had a blast. We got through a fair amount of the DLC. I imagine we'll be done. Is it just this last section of the court part? Or is...
So there's looking at like the table of contents right now. So we are on trial day 2, part 1. And I think we're about halfway through it. So we still have half of this section and then another part of the trial day.
Okay, so
Okay.
So it might be another few streams, I feel like.
2 streams at the most, I imagine, left of this game. And then we're moving
would
on
hope so.
to Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice.
If we
Yeah.
focus.
If we focus.
Yeah. So 3 streams.
It also depends if we have air conditioning. That's also a factor, I think. All right, L Train, thank you for the turn down for what? Right after Karika's high up, and we're getting some noises from Marin there.
Yeah.
Those 2 redeems do usually stack, L Train. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention there. The other one, thank you for the follow. All right. Thank you for tuning into the Sunday Ace Attorney stream this week, guys. We have a person... Oh, Cherry! Henshin. Thank you for subscribing, Cherry Berry. I do appreciate your very kind sub. There he goes. All right, but I wanted to say we do have somebody staying with us for the first half of next week. They're going to be staying after a surgery they're having, so we're going to be taking care of them. So I don't know how indisposed I'll be. I'll try my best to jump on to a stream a couple of times next week at least, but I don't know exactly how much of my attention will be taken up by that. Aside from
No
that,
stream next Sunday because Dawn Trail's coming out. So
Dawn-
I will not be available.
Dawn Trail's coming out, which is, honestly, I think a lot of people in the chat are probably going to be busy with that as well when that comes out. So it's probably good that we
Probably.
give them some time to play that. But I will be around regardless. Let me see if there's somebody we can raid.
We can raid Damien Haas.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's from Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, Lyos?
Lios.
Let's raid Lyos. Is it just
Let's
Damien?
raid Lyle.
Ah, yes. Playing Elden
Damien.
Ring.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to raid Damien Haas. We're going to go from Delicious in Courtroom to Delicious in Dungeons. All right. Was there anything you wanted to say to the stream chat before we pop off, Marin?
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. If you haven't checked it out yet, I was the sole script adapter, English localization writer for Becoming Karl Lagerfeld, now out on Hulu. The dub is a separate listing, so if you want to watch the dub, make sure you find the dub specific listing. I'm also Delicious in Dungeon wrapped up a couple weeks ago. I was an Amari in that. Mashley is going to be wrapping up soon. I was Abyss in that. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Heck yeah. All right. And Soupy, was there anything you wanted to say to people before we head off to Damien Haas's stream?
Just thanks for joining us, everybody. That was a good time.
Always a good time. And Karina Drawfee, was there anything?
That's me.
Was there anything you wanted to say before we pop off?
Watch Drawfee. We will be streaming tomorrow.
Oh. Anything special?
7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, because it's just me and Nathan around.
Oh.
just this week. So
Different vibe.
we're tagging in a friend, barring any scheduling mishaps that come up in the next like 24 hours. My friend Spencer will be joining us.
Oh, very
the
cool.
Hades guy.
Yeah, he founded Studio Grackle, which does the trailers for Hades and stuff. And
Oh,
he's just
sweet.
a
Very
cool,
cool.
cool guy.
Those are
Yeah.
great.
And so he'll be popping in to hang out with us.
Check out that Drawfee stream with
still
Spencer
available.
cameoing there.
Yeah.
I popped in once a couple weeks ago when you guys were drawing like a comic one panel at a time. And the only rule was don't make it all about Delicious and Dungeon. And you
And
started
then-
writing about Chilchuck looking ass.
and half the dialogue turned into Chilchuck. Exactly.
We have
Who
about
is Chilchuck?
10 seconds, so we're gonna have to take off. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Fare thee well. Sorry, bye. All right.